this looks tasty. Deep flavor. Deep crunch. Cheese it grooves. It's a mind crunch.
Don't tell me. I'm afraid I'll look at you different.
Hello, hello! Sorry if you heard some weird audio there. Apparently there was still a tab open that was randomly reloading and played a stream, and it's all closed now, but welcome on in, welcome on in. Hello, hello. We're trying out something a little different. I might still open the blinds to make it a little brighter in here. But hello. Hello, hello. We're trying out a completely different kind of time today today I just felt like streaming at a later time, so we're trying something a little different. I'm gonna get up real quick and I'm gonna actually open one of the blinds, make it a little lighter in here. I think that's a little better. Let's try that. Completely different kind of lighting situation here. So hi, welcome on in. It's good to see you all again. So today we're trying a different kind of time. We'll see how this goes. I'm kind of still playing around a little bit with when finding that good time for when I have the most energy to stream. And right now, I'm kind of on a funky sleep schedule just because it's summer. So welcome on in. We're trying, it's currently 6:18 p.m. my time if you would like to know that. So I've tried streaming at noon my time. Last couple streams have been around 2:30 Pacific time. So we're trying this out. We'll see how this goes. I know it's kind of hard. It's I kind of want to try to find a consistent schedule, but I'm also taking this time to find what works best for me. And I know come into August, into the school year, my times will switch around here because most likely at this point during the school year I won't be able to stream more than probably 3 days a week. So because this computer is currently located at my fiance's house, and during the school year I'm still at my parents' house because their house is a lot closer to where I work. So I will only really be with this PC probably Friday night and then Saturday, Sunday. So we'll kind of mess with that and see what comes of things in the future, because this might change too, of where we're located and things. All of that wonderful adulting life things of figuring out where you're living and new jobs and different things. But hello, welcome on in. How is your Tuesday doing? Let me know if you have anything. Maybe I know it's only Tuesday, but if you have anything excited planned for the weekend coming up or anything like that. Today we are gonna hang out. I know you might be wanting to see the Sims family, and I'm giving them a little bit of a break. We're kind of trying some different things. Lately I've been really in a house flipper mood, which the thing with the Sims is I could always sit down and play the Sims. I'm never not in the mood to play the Sims. It's just usually not always the first thing I want to play. When in doubt, if I don't know what to play, I'll sit down and play the Sims. Either Sims or Stardew Valley is what I will just sit down and open up. Sometimes ESO. which I haven't checked in today. So I should check into ESO at some point today. Other little stream update. I know I mentioned it last stream that I have started looking at some new webcams, a new webcam to pick out something better, because I know right now when I am in the IRL chat mode, my full screen is very blurry. So I will be getting one very soon, but I have not picked out specifically which one I want yet. I've looked at like a couple different ones. They're all Logitechs, so I mean, pretty much no matter what one I pick, they're pretty much going to be fine, but still just haven't committed to picking one out yet. And once I get the new webcam, I'll probably still stick to streaming with the mic from the webcam for a little bit at least. I'll probably save up a little bit to be able to get a mic, because I know the audio quality is not like the best with the mic and the webcam, but it's definitely like, it definitely could be a lot worse. So anyway, I don't know, we're kind of trying out this kind of time slot tonight. We'll see how that goes, but we'll see. Normally I've been streaming for about 3-ish hours. Last time I went for about 4 hours, so I don't know if I'm gonna feel up to streaming like a super duper long time tonight, or maybe I'll find that I run out of energy quicker because it's an evening stream, but that's just kind of what I wanted to figure out, because evening is kind of my time that either I have a lot of energy or I don't have like energy. So right now I have the energy to hang out and chill with you and play some House Flipper. So honestly, I think we're gonna go ahead and jump into that, because I am ready to play some House Flipper. So I'm just gonna jump in. We can of course always chill and chat once we are in House Flipper, which is one of the reasons why House Flipper is a super duper awesome game for just chilling and chatting. But yeah, we will hang out a little bit today, and we'll see how it goes. We might only hang out for a couple hours, but at this point in time, I'm just finding myself as a streamer, and I'm also just finding what I like and things like that. And primarily right now my focus is that this is just fun to do, so I'm kind of just doing it as a hobby as is. So I'm gonna go ahead and pause. I know I have a little Stardew Valley music playing in the background. I'm gonna go ahead and pause that, launch House Flipper. I know we messed with the audio a little bit last time. That I found with the mic in this webcam and setting the audio up, that sometimes the game audio can be kind of overpowering. So let me switch over to the game. And that's the thing that's okay with this webcam. And that's why I'm not like super like, I don't want to say panicked or like rushed or anything. I just have the desire to have a better webcam, because like when it's small like this, it's not obviously like the best quality webcam out there, but it's not like you can't see my face or anything. Okay, we're good. Let's go ahead and load in here. So if you were not here last stream, I started a new profile on House Flipper. I have played the game before. We kind of left off with, we were starting to redecorate our office. And it's a little wild, but I really personally like it. So we might come back to this a little bit later and mess with it a little bit, because it still obviously needs some work. We can put the little kitchen back in here and things like that. So we'll mess with that. But we decided to go, I really like this ice blue color. And also I think it's fitting because it's our iceberg office for our iceberg community here. And then one of our community members recommended this strawberry color here. We decided, hey, why not put it together, and then it makes it the office area kind of be its own little space. And my favorite color is purple, so I chose the ridiculous purple tiles to put in here. The shower's kind of in a really funky place, Because for some reason, we could not figure out why, but for some reason it wouldn't let me put it in that corner. Like it was saying something was in the way. So I just moved it. And I'll put the doors back up probably once we're done. That's kind of how I like to do it as we're building and renovating, because the doors, having them open and closed and different things can get kind of in the way. So I think we have enough money that we were talking about buying a new house, but we won't actually, unless, I mean, if we get this first one here that's only 31,000, we would have enough to probably just flip it without doing any more of the side jobs. But I kind of want to go for the bigger one that I'm not super concerned about doing them in order or anything like that. I've done these first houses on my other save file. I haven't done all of them yet. I don't remember how many houses I flipped in my other profile. I guess we could log out and go look, but it's not that big of a thing. So last stream, we flipped the burned house. So that one sold. So I think we might as well go ahead and start with this one, just because we have 47,000 right now. So that would leave us some money to have to start the flipping process, but we might have to go do a job, which I actually really like the job. So we'll probably do at least 1 or 2 of them today, depending on the size of them. But let's go ahead and let's buy this home and let's start the flipping process on it, and let's kind of just see where we're at. And I know this is one of the smaller houses, so I would like to, with one of these smaller houses, at least flip one house today. Every time I boot this game up, though, and it shows me, like, garden DLC, it's like, I know. I want to get the DLC. I do like that you can actually come out here now and, like, get rid of the weeds and stuff, which is kind of nice. Even just in base game without the DLC. And I've mentioned it before, I would love to get the DLC eventually. I'm just kind of at the point, it's like, okay, I spent a decent amount of money on games during summer sale, and I didn't pick up the garden DLC on summer sale because it was only like $1 off, which totally makes sense because it's a pretty new DLC. So I decided to go ahead and wait for it because there were some other games I wanted to pick up. I picked up actually quite a few games on summer sale, but it's like I feel like I should play more of those games first. Like I picked up just one that's coming to my head that I've started to play is what's it called? Garden Paws. I started playing Garden Paws, and that's one that I picked up on summer sale, and I just feel like I haven't really I feel like I need to play at least a little bit more of the games that I bought on summer sale before I go buy more games. So this house is pretty much the same layout. I think it's actually identical to the layout. I think this might be a little whiter here, but it's pretty much the same house we flipped prior. The only difference is it's not a burned house. It's just a regular house. But let's go ahead. Let's get these doors out of our way because we will buy new ones because they're all geeky and gross. And let's get rid of all the trash first, and then we'll go through and do some cleaning. Yeah, definitely we'll need to sell a lot of these things. Okay, then let's go ahead and go through. We can just use the cellar for the trash as well. We could actually maybe keep that. If this cleans off okay, we could maybe keep this little couch thing. Because it doesn't look that bad. So maybe we'll keep it. Let's just move it over here maybe. I don't know if I super like it, but I mean, there's not necessarily anything wrong with it at this point. Yeah, I know. You can see the people on the side being like, oh, the clutter, and then they'll complain once I delete the kitchen. It's like, what do you mean no kitchen? We probably could have kept that. Oh well. I'm kind of like with the way I do these houses, I'm kind of am okay with just, you know, that might be okay to just clean. Most of the time I just go ahead and get rid of anything that's in the house and just start over. But that shower actually looks okay, and you kind of only get that one option of a shower to install. So I think I'm going to go ahead and leave that, but I just saw a thing that we have a new skill point. So let's get a good mop. Okay, let's get rid of that though. I'll keep that. Good. Might as well keep those things. Oh, okay. Now let's clean. Clean, clean, clean it up. Did I not click on the right thing? Oh. Pull up vacuum cleaner. Okay. I do have the settings set. In the settings you can pick. The default is that those are actually cockroaches. And I have it set to be shards of glass, which I'm really glad that they did change that to be an option that you don't have to have the cockroaches, because that will just be like bug infested, which it's not like it super bugs me, it's just easier to vacuum up the glass rather than the bugs because the bugs move. So that's just kind of how I've set it. It's like I don't particularly like the bugs, but they don't like super necessarily bug me enough that I would like not be able to play the game without it, kind of thing. But I am very glad that they did add that option eventually for you to not have to have bugs in your game. That was nice of them. Okay. This house is very dirty. There's a lot of cobwebs in this one. I guess I didn't look at the lights. The lights might be okay to keep, honestly. They don't look too bad. It is nice having the slightly better mop here. I think that also means we get a better window squeegee thing, which we were joking last stream. Someone brought it up that it looks like we're shaving the windows because it's not like you have actual liquid on the windows or anything like that. So it kind of just looks like you're running a dry squeegee along the windows and kind of shaving them off. And the first razor you have actually kind of looks like a razor. So we were joking, it's like time to shave the windows. Come on, go away, dirty stuff. Honestly, this is my favorite part of it, is just cleaning it all up. Okay. Let me see. I think I might actually try turning up the music just a little bit because it seems a little bit quiet. We turned it way down last time. But I'm going to try turning it up just a little because everything seems to be kind of low still. So I'm going to try that. Let me know if it's too loud or anything like that. I can adjust it. I just also want to be able to personally hear the music and things like that. Okay, we're almost clean. Got stuff up here. And then we'll probably go around and do all the windows next, is my thought process. I hope we don't have to get rid of the shower in order to actually like clean all that. I don't think we do. Okay. There's still some on the windowsill. There's a cobweb. Awesome. Okay. According to the mini map, the bathroom's clean. So we're missing some here. There's some on the windowsill. Yeah, that was the first upgrade I went for, is having all of the dirt shown on the mini map, because I find that that is the most useful thing to have versus like upgrading having a good mop first or anything like that, which you could totally do it either way. I just like to know, because I like to be able to 100% the orders and things like that, so I like knowing where the dirt is so I don't have to spend all of eternity trying to figure out where they're hiding that one little last bit of dirt. So So we definitely went for having all that. You know, I think this was the one that I remember at some point there I had a house. I think this might be the house in my first save file that I couldn't get to that last bit of dirt there, which now there's a ladder in the game, which maybe it always had been there and I just didn't realize that, but there's actually a ladder you can stand on, so we might be able to reach that with the ladder. Yeah, because we can't really reach most of that dirt with the mop that we currently have. We get a decent amount of it, but definitely not all of it. There's some down here too. Okay. So yeah, it's going to be that spot up there that we won't probably be able to reach. Which will be fine. We can just get a ladder. This house actually, I think, looks okay on the outside. The burned house, we ended up deciding to redo the outside of the house. I don't think we'll redo the outside on this one because it doesn't look super bad. And it's quite a, not necessarily, it's like a money investment, and it's also the time investment to actually like commit to doing that. And I think the house looks okay enough that we don't need to do that, and it's not really even something you have to do anyway. It's just kind of an aesthetic thing, because as far as I can tell, it doesn't affect who buys the house or how much they spend on the house. So let's go ahead and let's get a ladder. So we can actually climb up on this little ladder and get up a little bit higher. Be able to clean a little bit higher. And then we can get it. Okay, the question is that dirt on the floor? Or is that dirt up here? So I can see there's still dirt on the mini-map. But I don't know... Oh, apparently it was on the floor here. Okay, apparently it's the ground. Cool, we're almost all the way clean. That might honestly, some of these might be on the inside still. Okay, let's move the ladder just over there for the moment. That looks like it's, oh, it's the windowsill. Okay, there's still a cobweb. Something on the floor. Something up here. There's dirt somewhere. There we go. Okay, looks like we got it all, which is awesome. Cool. Excuse me. Okay. I kind of have a tendency to start in the bathrooms of the houses and then work my way into the other rooms. There's not really a particular reason to that. I think that's, I mean, when I build in The Sims, I usually start with the bathrooms. But we should actually maybe just go around and clean all the windows first. Okay, this is much nicer having the bigger squeegee. That goes quite a bit faster because it's like double the size of the one we had before. Super duper awesome. Honestly, I really like cleaning the windows. I just think it's funny that I like a game that involves cleaning when, you know, IRL, I don't like cleaning things. So I just find it funny that one game that I super duper enjoy playing is a game where my favorite part of it is the cleaning. But, you know, hey, The one thing I don't like about the layout of this house, though, is we can't put the regular, like, curtains on these, because if you put, like, just a regular curtain, they would both share this same spot right here, but you can't put the wide one over 2 windows. So you just have to put either no shades or, like, just the ones that are, like, inset, that are just blinds, not, like, the curtains or anything. Which is fine, but I like putting up the colored, like, window curtains or window hangings. They're not exactly curtains. They don't cover the window, they just hang around the window. Okay. We got all the windows. I think we got all of the windows cleaned. So let's go ahead and let's start in the bathroom. I think sometimes I just kind of like to keep the same kind of vibe that the house already has, and I feel like just putting up some new white tiles here might not be a bad idea. Or we could do different tiles and then do white tiles on the floor. Let's look the tiles. We could do the smaller tiles if we wanted to. We could always just put hardwood in here. We don't have to put tiles on the floor in the bathroom. I mean, they don't even technically have hardwood. They just kind of have, they have like the, what's the word I'm looking for? Panels. They have the paneling. So I think maybe we'll do these little tiny tiles on the floor, and then we'll do just the big white tiles on the walls. Let's see how that looks. We can always change it. Tiles aren't that super expensive. I like that floor. Let's go ahead and just put white tiles up there, because I think that's a good, the floor gives it a little bit of like, a little bit of color. I guess it's a little bit shading. Let's put wall tiles. Let's do just regular ceramic white tiles. And we have this skill. We were able to get this skill upgraded pretty fast yesterday. So this does not take that long at all. Okay. I mean, it still takes a while, but not super duper long. If you are just joining me and you're enjoying your lurk, enjoy your lurk. I super duper appreciate it. But if you would like a way to join the conversation, let me know. Have you played House Flipper before or not? If you haven't, would you like to play it? Okay, let's get some more tiles. I do like the music in this game. We talked a lot about the video game logic of some of the things in this game, like this little tiny spot takes a whole set of tile, even though you could tile this whole big long tall section with the same amount. I feel like every game, no matter what, has its own little bit of like, well, it makes sense because it's a video game. No, I like this. I like having the whites and grays in the floor and then just the white tiles all the way around. We're gonna have to get probably at least one more set here. Okay. Almost there. And then get this part up here. Awesome. Yeah, I like that. I think that looks nice. Cool. Let's go ahead and get a toilet to put in here. let's just put this one in here. Okay. And assemble. Yeah, we were actually able to get a decent amount of upgrades yesterday. We flipped one house and we did 3 or 4 of the little odd jobs. But let's just get the regular mountable sink. Yeah, so we'll focus on probably flipping this house. But I do kind of have like a short attention span sometimes for like focusing and finishing a house. So we might switch and do some of like just the little odd jobs just to make a little bit more money. And sometimes it's fun just to enjoy playing with the mechanics of the game and not have to like make decisions on what color and where do I want this. And this room is very, very white. So, you know, let's go ahead and actually add like a little carpet in here. I guess maybe we want a rug. Is that the categorization? Yeah. Let's add a blue rug maybe? That doesn't look super weird, does it? Adds a little bit of color in here. We can add a painting in here too. Just since everything kind of ended up being white. So let's do... It's under decorations, pictures and paintings. I kind of always default to this one just because it's super pretty, so, but let's put something else in the bathroom. Let's maybe put this one. I don't know why sometimes when you buy things and like the mirrors and everything, it's like it defaults to be like super weird angle or like upside down or something like that. I think that's good. We might want to buy some white paint. I guess we could just tile it. Let's just go ahead and just tile it since we have the tiles. Sometimes I just paint the inside of the windows white versus tiling them. But let's go ahead. We're going to be like 1 tile short. Great. Let's go ahead and just still tile it though. Wall tiles. Because tiles are super cheap, so I'm not super concerned about buying 1 more set. Awesome. I think that looks nice. Let's just buy a different light for in here though. Lamps. Ceiling lamps. You know, let's just go for this one. Actually, is there a blue one? No, it's like baby blue. Maybe let's go for stripes. And I don't like the stripes. Let's just do a plain lampshade then. I love the automatic electricity in this house. I think that looks okay. I really wish, I don't know what setting it is that will like just leave the lights on when you walk out of the room. Let's put a blind in the window too. Curtains and blinds. Let's just put just a regular window blind up there. Ta-da! Not bad. I like it. Let's go ahead and sell these tiles. Boink! Okay. I like this idea that these 2 side walls are like not tiled, or like these 3 walls, and we just have this accent wall and it matches the floor. So maybe let's kind of keep that kind of vibe going. Not necessarily with that specific tile, but maybe something similar. We could just do some tan. I mean, we could do the kind of same kind of tiling, but let's... Honestly, I really like this brown, but I don't know what we would match that with the floor. There's the floor tiles. Okay, there's the floor tiles that match it. Let's try this. And just let's see what it looks like. Ooh, that's kind of a lot. Maybe I don't like that. Yeah, I don't know if I like that. Maybe we just want the plain... I'm not too terribly concerned about money, so... I think that maybe fits it more. And kind of maybe fits the house a little bit better. I like it. I think it keeps it kind of simple. Since this is, I mean, it's a little house, so it's not like it's going to be super duper crazy fancy or anything. But let's just turn those lights on. You know, I think it's okay. Let's go ahead and put the matching wall tiles. Okay. And let's put them up. I think I like it. It's not necessarily my favorite ever, but it's not bad. And I think once we get like the furniture for the kitchen in here and things like that, I think it will maybe tone down the large amount of squares a little bit. There we go. And let's maybe pick out, let's pick out a color other than brown for the rest of the walls. Let's look at paints. Maybe we just want to do a brown. I think maybe just sticking with the brown might not be a bad idea. So let's see what this coffee with milk looks like with this wall here. You know, I think I like it. Let's go ahead and just stick with this. Because it's not necessarily an exact match or anything. I also think it's funny that like the paint just like sucks into the roller. Like you don't have to actually roll the paint onto your roller. Oh, was there supposed to be a radiator in the bathroom I missed? No, okay. A lot of the rooms in these houses have radiators in like every single room. Which, as someone in the United States, that's not something I'm super used to. So I'm not entirely sure where this is located. That's a normal thing that all the houses would have that, but it works. Cool. Let's get up here. Painting goes so much faster, even when I don't even think we have any like speed upgrades on the painting yet. I think we just have like the use less paint and being able to do 2 tiles, but I might be wrong. Might have 1. No, we don't even have any of the faster painting, and it still goes pretty fast, so just pretty cool. I think I like that. I think that looks good. Let's just make sure both of those panels are painted awesome. Okay, let's go ahead and just sell both those. I think I kind of want to decide the paint colors for the other rooms first. I maybe want to keep this green. I think I maybe originally had this room be green the first time I flipped this house. And I just feel like this room should be green. So let's go ahead and turn, is there a light on? No, you don't recognize this as a light. No instant electricity this time. That's fine. Let's just buy a different one. Oh, because it's a trash one. Okay. Let's buy a new light so we can see what we're doing, because this game does have like day and night cycle. So let's just buy one of these maybe. Good enough for the moment at least. We can maybe buy a couple of them. I don't know how much I like that, but I think it's okay for the moment. It's okay. So let's go ahead and actually move this like out of here. And let's pick out a green, because I think this room of the house should be green. Maybe a yellow. Let's do... kind of like the spring grass. Let's do spring grass. I think that's a good, bright, happy green color. Yeah, it's gonna be really bright, but I like it. A lot of the colors in this game are super bright though, so. Good. I think maybe we'll do all the painting in this house, and maybe we'll go do one of the little odd jobs. Because I like flipping the houses, but I kind of do just get tired of just like, okay, I have to make all the decisions here about everything. Sometimes I just want to be able to like paint the room whatever color and not have to like focus on picking out the color or anything like that. It just tells me what to do. Because sometimes I just don't want to have to figure out what to do. I just kind of want to clean up a house or paint a room or and not have to figure out which color, which furniture or anything. So we'll see after we're done painting. We'll paint both the rooms and then we'll go find a little job to do. I'm not sure which ones I have right now. In my other profile, I've done a lot of the little jobs, but I have not done all of them. There we go. Come on. Yeah, one thing that took me a while when I first started this game is I wanted to like 100% some of the orders, and I couldn't figure out why it's like 97% complete on painting. It was because there's these each behind the windows here, there's that panel and there's one more that you can kind of see there, and if you don't have that one painted, it counts as it's not 100% complete, which was super annoying until I realized that that was a thing. Now that I know, it's not that big of a deal. I just gotta remember to actually paint it. Okay, we're gonna have to buy some more paint here in a second. Technically, I could like not use that last little bit and then sell it and still get some money back for the paint, but I'm not like doing a run of like trying to make the most money or anything like that. I'm just having fun flipping houses. So, it works. Okay. Almost all the way around the room. I don't know why why my nose keeps being so itchy today. Okay, did we get everything? I think we're good. Okay, that one will be green. So let's go ahead and switch. And let's stick that thing back in there. Let's see, what color should we pick for, does this work? Or is this one trash? Let's just sell it, I guess, and let's buy a new light. Lights, camera, action! Let's buy maybe one of those. That might be okay for now. Let's also actually sell these little hook things, because I don't necessarily want them there. Okay, let's see. This is kind of the living space, so like the family room, living room, possibly dining room if we squeeze a table in here, but it's not a ton of space. So let's look at our options for wall colors. Let's just look at paint. Maybe we want like something like the raspberry, something a little different. I always personally love the Velvety Peach. That's one that's a good go-to one. Maybe we should paint pink just for fun. But we do kind of have a brown theme going on, a little bit of white and brown, so maybe we want to stick to that. You know, let's go with bright peach. I like bright peach. I know it will look good, and I feel like it's a good color that fits like a multi-purpose space. Because this layout is pretty much identical to like the house, the burnt house. I think this room might be a little bit bigger, or it's not as long, so then you get like one more tile this way. You might actually stick around and install the radiators before we would go do a little side job, and then we'll maybe come back. If only it was actually this easy to paint a room IRL. That would be nice. I haven't painted a lot of like rooms and houses or anything like that. The majority of my painting has been done on like set pieces for shows. So painting backdrops and different flats and things like that. So that's more, a lot of it is like just painted black so it blends in kind of thing. So I'm kind of used to like the just paint it all this one color. I did some like detail work on some things. Like I did, I was in a production of Shrek the Musical, and I helped paint, ooh, new skill point. I helped paint Fiona's like little reading nook, so I helped paint like the little stones on there and things like that. Let's go ahead and go with the less paint usage, because I'm not super concerned about like it painting faster or anything at this point. Right now it doesn't bug me that it's painting really slow. Right now it bugs me how often I have to fill up the paint. So the way we fix that is using less paint. Sorry if I'm snuffling. I don't know why my nose is being kind of stuffy today. I'm just casually standing on the paint can. Apparently, we're all out of paint. So we gotta get some more. More bright peach. Okay. Good to go. Hit those in there. Oop, that'd be. Awesome. Almost all the way around. This is a decently sized room to just like paint everything, so especially with no speed upgrades, yeah, it's gonna take a little bit. That's part of the fun. I know I've seen, I watched a couple YouTube videos back when this game like first came out of people doing like challenges of how fast can they flip a house, or setting a timer for 20 minutes and they have 20 minutes to flip the house, or do whatever they can to like fix it up, and then they just have to sell it and see how it goes. And that was pretty entertaining to watch. That I think we spent on the house we flipped yesterday, I think when we went to sell it, I think it said we spent like 2 hours on it. So I mean, that's a decent amount of time to spend on something. So let's go ahead and actually, let's get all the radiators in. Radiator. So I like to do that. Technically you can paint still even when the radios are already installed, but it's just easier to click on things to paint when you don't have to click around the radiator. Okay, and the bathroom didn't have one in it. The bedroom needs one. The bedroom needs one. Okay. There we go. So let's go ahead and let's head back to the office and let's do a little odd job. Okay. Let's see which ones we have. Mail. Walls. Ooh, okay, so this one will actually take a little bit if I remember correctly which one this is. And this one's a lot of cleaning. And that's what I really like doing, so let's go ahead and maybe do this one. Topic, student's house to clean up. Good morning. I hope you can help me. I am retired and not in my best health. I currently own an apartment that I have been renting to students for many years. This year, unfortunately, I rented to a bad bunch of students, which turned out not to be the best decision. They didn't pay on time, so I went to check things out. When I opened the door, I almost had a heart attack. The whole house is a pigsty. There was trash, liquor bottles, and mud everywhere. And they were lying on the kitchen floor drinking. When I spoke to them, they rudely told me to go away. I finally got them evicted, but the mess still remains. Some of the furniture and radiators are missing. Can you please clean up my house, make it suitable for new tenants so I can put this mess behind me? Awesome. Let's go ahead and do it. We're gonna clean up the super duper messy house. This is actually, it's actually a decently sized house too. So this one might take us a little bit, but honestly, the thing I enjoy, I mean, just look at that mini map. You can see all the dirt up there on the mini map, which is a lot. But honestly, my favorite part of this game, is I've mentioned it a couple times, is actually cleaning things up, which kind of surprised me considering IRL I don't like cleaning things. Come on, I have to move the chair in order to get to the trash. Yes. And yes, I do actually have to click on every individual bottle. Also, I kind of think it's interesting. Well, I guess it's a desk. It's not 2 beds, but having a bunk bed. I feel like having a bunk bed in like a college apartment isn't something you would normally super see often. But if it coexists as your desk, then that makes a little more sense. Because that wasn't the biggest room or anything either. So we're going to go through, we'll go through and we'll clean up all the garbage that we can click on first. And then we'll go through and we'll do cleaning. And they also want us to paint some of the rooms. I don't know if we need to paint all the rooms. Because I remember this house because I tried to, because I haven't finished all of the jobs in the game before, but there is an achievement if you 100% complete every single job in the game. And I remember doing this one because I think I actually ended up redoing it because the first time I went ahead, I got annoyed that I couldn't find like a piece of dirt. So I just turned it in for like 90 some percent. And then I realized there's an achievement for 100%ing it. So I went back and redid it. And it was something, there was dirt in like in this hallway over here that I couldn't figure out where it was. So we'll see if I get stuck on that again this time. But I just don't know what's so satisfying about cleaning all of this up. Also, like, this is a lot of bottles. Like, I understand they're college students, but also wouldn't college students usually be drinking beer or something, not like 100 containers of wine? I don't know. I didn't have the normal college experience of like staying in a dorm or like doing any of that. So I don't know. Maybe some places do that. I personally think beer is kind of gross. So, but that's just my opinion. So many bottles. Like, so many bottles. Okay, all the bottles. I also think it's funny, it's like there's just like 2 stripes of this pink that aren't even the same size painted on this wall, and then that wall's pink. Like, how do you decide to paint 2 different strips of pink, not the same size on your wall? I mean, it doesn't look bad, but it's just like, how do you come to that decision that that should be a good look? Okay, I think there's, okay, bathrooms down here. Yeah, this place is pretty trashed, just a little bit. Okay. You know what would actually have been interesting is to actually count how many bottles are in here. Now that most of them are gone, I can't exactly do that, but it would be interesting to know exactly. You know, I bet you someone's probably counted all the bottles. Someone's probably counted all of the bottles before. So many rooms. At least not all of them have like bottles of the wine or whatever in here. So it's like at least it's not everywhere. Okay, I think we looped back around. So let's go in and start the cleaning. I don't know. Will that actually? Yeah, that will actually clean off. I think the first time I did it, I actually painted first and painted over the graffiti and then couldn't figure out why they were still dirt, but I somehow managed to clean the graffiti stuff off the wall through the paint somehow. Another one of those, like, you know, game logics. Okay, there's one more bit of dirt somewhere. There. Okay. Getting all this. Hey, new skill point. Fancy. Let's see. Do we want faster cleaning or do we want a better mop? I think I'm gonna go for the faster cleaning because the mop's okay for the moment. Let's go with the faster cleaning. Yeah, that's a little better. It's not a huge difference, but I find sometimes I don't stay on a spot long enough, and then I'm like, where's the dirt? Oh, it was the place I was already at. I just didn't hold my cursor over it long enough to actually have it be clean. You know, this is probably, no, it says hold to pick up. I can't sell anything, so I don't want the paint, I want the cleaner. I'm trying to figure out where this last bit of dirt is. There's dirt somewhere here. Maybe. It's somewhere around here. Oh, there it is. Ta-da! Sometimes it's hard to tell on the mini-map which part, like if it's by a door, if it's like in that room, or if it's just like outside the room kind of thing. And sometimes these surfaces it's just kind of hard to see where the dirt is in general. But like on these walls, it's super duper easy to see. I almost feel like it takes effort to like get a place like this dirty. Or like you just really have to like put an effort into never cleaning it ever. And again, it is college students who were living here, so maybe they didn't have to put that much effort into making this super dirty. And there's also like the difference between it like being dirty, like dirty and dirty, and like just messy. Of like, my room is messy, but not necessarily dirty kind of thing. Like there's a whole bunch of stuff not necessarily where it needs to be, but it's not like there's patches of dirt on the floor. Or like all this stuff on here, like that's on the walls, it's like, I feel like it would be mold or something. And then it's like we're just casually cleaning it off with a mop. Which I guess right now it looks like a broom. The first one you have looks like definitely like a mop. But once you've upgraded it once, it kind of turns into more of a broom looking thing. Oh, and that's all the dirt in this room, it looks like. So let's go ahead and go in here. It's like, this isn't actually that bad of a bathroom once it's clean. Most of the stuff that's in this house is like, as soon as you get it clean, it's not that bad of a house. Come on, clean, clean, clean it up. I feel like I should have like a little cleaning song to sing. But the only cleaning song I can like think of is like the Barney cleanup song, and I'm not gonna sing that, so.
Please don't.
I don't know if you heard my fiance behind me, I'm like, please don't. I beg you, please don't sing that. I don't know if I remember the words to it, but I remember like my 8th grade science teacher always had like a cleanup song that she would play when it was time to like clean up after labs and stuff. And it was like a full-on like full-length song and everything. I don't know if I remember the words to it or anything though. So it wasn't like the Barney cleanup song or anything, but I feel like knowing the fact that I know the Barney song just like clearly defines of what decade I grew up in, just a little bit. Is there still more? There's still more? Is there still more glass to vacuum? Did I miss some? Okay, there we go. Got all of the broken glass. Which I think in this instance too that I mentioned earlier, in case you don't know, you can have like the default setting in this is that it's actually like cockroaches. But I feel like having broken glass, especially in this job here, makes a lot more sense that they would have broken glass all over the floor. I mean, the bugs obviously make sense too, but I mean, with the amount of bottles in here, I think it makes a lot of sense that it would be broken glass that's on the floor, not just like bugs. Okay. I'm glad we got the upgrade for faster cleaning, because this is still taking a while even with the 25% upgrade of the faster cleaning. I also think the first time I did this job, I don't think I had the upgrade for being able to see everything on the mini-map. So I think that's what make this job a little difficult to like get it 100% clean. Just because you couldn't see everything on the mini-map. You had to kind of guess where some of the dirt was. Okay, we'll clean all this up, and then we'll loop back around through the house and we'll clean all the windows separately here, I think. Okay, there's some still over here somewhere. Oh, there's still bottles up there too. So let's get rid of those. Awesome. Okay, over to this room. We're actually making decent progress on this. But that is probably partially just because I do actually have some upgrades already in the tools and things, whereas before when I did this job on my first playthrough, I don't think I did. I do like that you actually do have to upgrade things in this game. It gives you a little something to work towards, even when you're not necessarily working towards like flipping a house. And then like once you get all the tools upgraded, it makes everything go pretty quickly. Okay, so there's some mess in the hallway here. There we go, another way. Awesome. I always go like, I see it on the mini map, and the mini map's actually opposite. So like when I move right, it moves me left on the mini map and vice versa. So it's always kind of confusing of like, which direction do I actually need to be moving? And without fail, it seems like I'm move the opposite direction that I'm intending to move in. Okay. I think we did it. I think we cleaned everything. Awesome. So let's switch back to the hand tool. Let's go through and clean all of the windows. Honestly though, I think the cleaning the windows is probably my favorite part because it's just satisfying. And it also goes a lot faster when you have that upgraded tool. I think there's only this room that needs to be painted, question mark? Yeah, this one wants to be painted white, but I think every other room is just like mount the devices. I believe. Okay. Let's clean the windows and mount the devices. We can do that. So we'll clean the windows and then we'll go around and we'll mount the devices and we'll probably paint the room last is my thought here. I like doing the jobs. The jobs are fun. Because you just kind of get to enjoy the game mechanics and you don't have to like worry about making choices or anything. It's just like you were hired to do this very specific task and that's all you need to worry about. It's like I like having the open-endedness in things, but I also like having the structure, which is why I think I like having the structure of like my Sims Legacy Challenge. Because I still have the freedom to like play with the Sims pretty much however I want to. But it does give me that structure of like, I'm going to play with this family and I need to make sure this family is earning enough simoleons, and every generation they need to have at least like 2 kids to make sure you have an heir and a spare, and you still have that structure within having like the freedom of things as well, which I think is nice. If you haven't played The Sims, I totally recommend it to pretty much anyone. I find even people who it's not necessarily their style of game still will find a lot of enjoyment in the base game of The Sims. And if you watch, like, periodically EA will put it on sale. They even offered the base game itself for free a little while ago. But the base game will go on sale for like $5. So even if you pick up just the base game for $5, I bet you will get your $5 of entertainment from that. Okay, I think we got all the windows. Did we do all the windows? Did we do the windows in this room? I think we did. Okay. Cool. I'm going to go ahead and be nice and I'm going to pick this chair up. There we go. Cool. Let's actually start back at the front of the house just so I don't get completely twisted around here. And let's go through and let's put all the radiators up. Radiator. I don't know why that's fun to say. Radiator. There we go. And one for this room. I do also have the perk that gives me like more money for finishing these jobs, which will also help a lot with being able to spend whatever money we really want for flipping the houses. Not that I like buy all the crazy expensive things when I flip the houses, but sometimes it's nice to be able to buy like a slightly nicer picture or a slightly nicer bed because it just looks better kind of thing. Going through, I'm doing all the regular radiators, and then we'll be back to that bathroom there that had the towel one instead. So many radiators. Also, I really want to know why these college kids like stole all of the radiators. I almost like expected, like you would almost expect them not to be like stolen or anything. Maybe one or two are like missing, but like more of them they're just broken than anything else. So that is a thing in this game that they can just break, and you just have to repair them. But most of the time it's just kind of like, yeah, it's missing, buy a new one. So many radiators. Luckily we also have like the assembly upgrades. I think we actually have all of them for making it be faster. Handyman. Yeah, we do have 100% faster mounting, so mounting all those does not take that long at all. What does it want here? Oh. Is this a sink? Is that what this is? No, it wants a washer. Right next to the toilet. Okay. I feel like you wouldn't want a washer right next to the toilet, but maybe that's just my opinion. Maybe that's just me. I don't think I would want the washer right there, but I guess if that's all the room you got, and it's just a washer, no dryer, which I guess you can always hang dry things. Hang drying things is a lot easier than like hand washing things, if you had to pick one or the other kind of thing. Good. Awesome. Okay, that's all installed. That's all good. We need to go back to this one. Is this a sink or is this another washer? No, that's a sink. Okay. Let's put a sink. Let's just get the regular mountable sink. And let's mount it. Doink, doink. It's just so satisfying. I mean, all you're doing is really quicking, but it's just satisfying to like, okay, put it all together. Okay, I'm gonna get a drink of water real quick. Awesome. Okay, let's get a towel back here. If you have been hanging out with me, make sure you are staying hydrated as well. I know I need to, I have it on my list of like things I should look how to do of how to activate Stay Hydrated bot in my stream, because I think that would be kind of nice. I usually do a pretty good job of like remembering to drink water on stream because I just kind of notice my voice getting dry. But I would not complain about having that little reminder there. Okay. We're just about done. I think all that's maybe left is the painting. So let's go ahead and do that. So let's get, just look up white, and paint should be paint. Let's go ahead and close the door so it's not super in the way there. And let's make this room not so dark and gloomy. And paint it nice white. Also the fact that it only takes one coat of paint to turn this like dark, I think it's black, dark black, maybe it's a dark green, all the way back to white. When in reality this would maybe like take 3 coats to get it back to white. Which is why it's like whenever you paint a room a dark color, you gotta commit to it, because it's gonna take some time and effort to like get it to anything else other than that dark color if you decide you don't want it anymore. I really like the music in this game. It's good, chill, painting background music. So I've kind of been thinking about like looking at other music to like have chill music in the background, like when I play Sims or games that don't actually have music in the background. Because I know like I've played Stardew Valley, because that's fine because it's like just video game music and that seems to be okay. But I also don't want to play something and have my VOD get muted. Not that anyone at this point in time like is gonna watch my VODs, but I mean for my purposes, like I would like my VODs not to be muted. I don't know, maybe someday people will like come back and watch these VODs, but you never know. I highly doubt it, but so far, if you're interested in catching VODs, they're all available. All of them are, things are still like available in recent broadcasts. I've also been highlighting all my streams and categorizing them. Hey, 100% complete, we did it! Let's turn this in then. Wrong key. We're gonna make $6,942.30. I wish I could be paid that much money to clean up a house. Like, I would clean people's houses if I was paid that much money to do so. I'd be down for that, but maybe that's just me. Okay. So, let's maybe go back to the house we were working on. I think I can work on it a little bit more. I kind of go in phases of like, okay, I can pay attention and like focus on working on this one for this amount of time, and then I'll go back and do a job and kind of go back and forth. So let's go back and forth again. Let's maybe work on the kitchen. And let's get the kitchen going here. Kitchen! Let's get a fridge. Is that equipment? Home appliances? Question mark? Okay. Let's get the white one? Maybe? Maybe it looks a little too bright white. I think I might like the darker one. I guess there is the brown one. Let's just get the brown one. Okay, there's the fridge. Let's get some counters. Kitchen. We could maybe just get one of those. I don't know. So that's going to be too long. This I think is just going to be huge, but yeah, it's like that's not going to fit. Let's maybe just stick with regular counters here. But let's maybe make them brown. Can we do brown? The top has to be black? No, it doesn't. Okay. Maybe we want the top to be... You know, let's go like that. I think that might be okay. Maybe? There we go. Okay, and then let's get one... Actually, let's see. We still have the hood, so we could get a stove, like an actual stove, maybe? Gas stove? No, I don't want, I want the actual stove? Electric cooker. Apparently it's an electric cooker. Let's put that there, and we can move this over a little bit. Be a little more above it, and then let's put one more counter next to it, I guess. That would be going back to the kitchen. And I guess we could put a sink. What did I do? I did white, I guess, and then okay, that doesn't super spacing work out, but I think it's okay. It's not the best spacing ever. But I think it's probably as good as it's gonna get. I think it's fine. Because there is that little empty space there, but I think it's not necessarily a bad thing. Okay. Let's just put a regular blind in that window real quick before I forget to do that. Let's just put a regular blind in here. Assemble. We also probably want to change the lights out too. Okay, let's go lamps, ceiling lamps. Let's get some of these. Let's get 2 of these. Actually, I should do by many. By many. There we go. Awesome. I always like to put a teapot on the counter. I do also like to put, there's a nightstand, just because you figure that would be something that would be kind of useful to have. You could put like a painting or something in here somewhere. This is also slightly off a little bit. That's better. But honestly, I think that looks okay. But let's find some kind of painting to put there. Let's go decorations, paintings. Maybe this one? Oh, that's too big. Maybe this one? That's also too big. That's really big. Let's see what else. Maybe just some sunflowers? That looks kind of small though. I wish you could like resize things like you can in The Sims, because that would be useful. Maybe this one? Maybe let's do 2. Let's do 1 there, and then maybe let's get the sunflowers. Let's have 2 then. I think that looks okay. Kind of different. Maybe it should be the other way around. Just to have something on the wall. I think that's okay. I think that's an okay kitchen. Because it's not like the buyers don't, I mean, they care about like pictures. Some of them care about the pictures and plants and things, but not all of them. Actually, let's put a plant on top of the fridge, because why not? Well, let's put a plant up there. Let's put a fern up there. So I think we can do that. Can you do that? Maybe you can't do that. Aw, can you not stick it on top of the fridge? I am disappointed. Can I stick it on the windowsill? I can't. Stick it on the windowsill. Cool. Awesome. Let's actually sell this paint because we don't actually need that in our way right now. We also don't need green paint. Cool. This one's actually, like, flipping this house is actually going pretty fast. I've definitely spent a lot longer before, but I think I'm finally getting to the point of, excuse me, actually, like, knowing kind of what I want, and I'm a little more familiar about what, like, items are in the game and things like that. So let's maybe find a table. We can maybe put a table over here somewhere, and then we can maybe put like a chair here or something. So let's go furniture, tables. Guess maybe just this little table here. Put that there, and then we can get some chairs. Furniture. Chairs? Yeah, furniture chairs. Wait, I want to say by many. I like that that's an option now. That's something that didn't used to be there. That this is, I've played a decent amount of hours in this game, but I definitely took a break from playing it. But I played a lot of it when I first got it. I got it pretty much when it came out, I think. And then I kind of took a break from it. And then I know they like announced the Garden DLC, and I was like, oh, I should get back into playing it, but I never did until after they released the Garden DLC, which not that it has an effect on anything because I don't have the Garden DLC. I would like to get it at some point, but like I mentioned earlier, I have so many other games that I already bought that I need to play those first before I go spending more money on games, which is really hard because right now I just really want to buy RimWorld because I've been watching a couple different streamers play RimWorld and it just looks like a game that I would like super duper enjoy and I really want to buy it, but RimWorld like never goes on sale apparently, and on Steam it's like 34 bucks. I think I looked on Humble and like with the discount and stuff you can get it for like 30, but I'm like, I have enough games that I shouldn't go spending 30 bucks on a game just because I really want to play it right now. Like once I get through some more games maybe, but it would definitely be something that I would probably end up streaming too, which would be fun. Okay, what was I getting? Let's get a couch or chair or something. Sofas? Let's maybe go for one of these corner ones. Actually, maybe like the green. Ooh, that actually maybe looks good in here. Yeah, let's get one of those. How close can we put it to the radiator? Awesome. And let's get, I like in the other house, I don't know why they always think it's 2 bedrooms. I don't know why this gets labeled as a bedroom when that's clearly like a couch. But yeah, no, hey, it's fine. Let's get a bookcase here. I like having a bookcase here in like the entranceway in these like little tiny houses because it just gives you something to. Ooh, apparently my gas light is on. Bookcase. Bookcase. Let's just get this. We can also put some books on it as well too. Okay, let's get book. One thing I wish you could do is actually like stand the books up on the shelves. You can just lay them on here, and I kind of wish you could like stand them up like you would actually normally put books on a bookshelf, but at least they do actually have books in the game to put on the shelves, which is super duper awesome. So let's just put a couple books on here just for fun. I kind of want to maybe put a plant there, but that might be a little much to put it right there. Let's get one of the little ferns and put that on the table though, because I think those are really super cute. It just gives it a little bit more color. We could also maybe actually put a rug under the table just to separate a little bit. So let's go rug and see what our options are. Oh, I can't put it in any farther than that. Actually, let's put... It'd be weird to just put it under here. Maybe that wouldn't be super weird just to have here, though. Oh, wait. Maybe I can put it up that close. Oh. Maybe. Will it let me? Why is it bouncing? Okay. Maybe I just gotta fidget with it a little bit. I like it. Sure, that works. Cool. This is looking pretty good. Let's put some blinds up too. Actually, let's also buy another one of those lights because I think it could use to have a second light maybe. But let's see. Also, if you have opinions on decorating, I'm totally open to if you want to input. But if you are just joining me, thanks for hanging out. Just chilling, flipping this house here. If you are enjoying your lurk, enjoy your lurk. Awesome. I welcome my lurkers here. I super duper appreciate it. But if you want to join the conversation, let me know. Have you played House Flipper before? Or if you haven't, would you like to? Cool. Let's just put these regular blinds up. There we go. Hey, new skill point. Awesome. Well, we haven't done any plastering yet, but that's the only thing we have to spend points on so far in that category. So we've already spent the others. Awesome. Let's maybe get a painting or something to go right there. Let's do decorations, paintings, and pictures. How big is this? Flip this way. And that kind of is a little too big for there. Will it fit there? No. And it's just a little bit too big. I do like it though. I think there's a way, I haven't messed with it, but I'm pretty sure there's a way to actually upload your own pictures to the game. But I have not messed around with that at all. That's still too big. Too big. That'd be interesting to do at some point. To add in just some different options for pictures. All of these are just too big, but I don't want the little ones. Maybe this is slightly smaller. That's like really small. Like they don't have anything that's like in between, which is kind of annoying. Let's just see what other options we have. We could just put two vertical ones. Oh, that's even smaller. It's like I need something that's in between. Is this a different size? Ooh, that works. That's cute too. Let's maybe put, was there another one? Maybe put this one there. No, that one's a bigger one still. Dang it. Okay. Actually, let's take that because I think I maybe want that in here. Let's put that in here. Is this one big too? Yeah, it's big. That's okay. Is this a smaller one? This one might be slightly smaller. Nope. A lot of them are just that big square or they're just super small. But that's okay. Ooh, this could work. That works. Awesome. Actually, I'm really liking this room. And also, let's buy that second light before I actually forget about it again. I said I was going to do that, and then I didn't. Let's buy another... Let's buy a second light. There we go. That's just a little bit more light in here. Yeah. Hi NLA, how are you typing upside down? What? Hi, how's it going? But how are you typing upside down? Or is that just my computer being really weird? But I have a feeling you probably did that on purpose, and now I want to know how you did it, because that's cool. I think that says hi, Tap Girl, upside down. Yeah. Hello. I'm flipping houses today. You're flipping because I'm flipping houses. Oh, you said hello flippers. Okay. Oh, I see it now. Yeah. Hello flippers because it's flipped. Yep, I get ya. So we're flipping houses today. This one we've made decent progress on this one so far. We've got the bathroom done. We did the kitchen. And I think we're done with this dining family room thing. I think I do. I believe I think I just have them like Negs does. I think I just have them disabled through Twitch. But if you want me to see a link, you can post it in my Discord. I've got that open. Yeah. Okay. Well, if you Google upside down... Okay, cool. Because now I want to, like, use that. I still remember, like, forever, like, seeing people use just, like, /me and, like, being like, how do you do that? And then someone's like, you just type /me before that. I'm like, well, that's super simple. But that's cool, though, because it's, you know, we're flipping houses. I think this is like a bed thing that was just already in the house when we got it, and it didn't look completely destroyed, so I think I'm just going to go ahead and keep it. But I think I'm still on a good pace. I kind of go in between the moods of like wanting to finish off a house and wanting to just do side jobs. Right now I think I'm doing this. It's the same way people did. Oh, right, with the font for Things I Hated. Okay, cool. I guess I kind of don't realize that, like, if you copy and paste something into the chat, it will, like, keep the formatting. I just kind of assume that it will, like, lose the formatting when you copy it, I guess. Let's maybe put a desk in here. Just the thanks. I hate it. Okay, I'm assuming it's maybe under tables. No, desks. Desks has its own category. Let's maybe get... It's because the actual Unicode characters, not just... It's because these are actual Unicode characters, not just formatting applied to regular... Okay. That makes a little more sense. So it's like the actual coding of it, so it's not just like... I'm making it look this way. I'm actually changing the coding of the actual, like, text. I'm not just changing the appearance. So that would make sense that it would still stay when you copied and pasted it then. Okay. I am learning new things today. Also, that is not a good place for a desk. Will it fit there? Maybe. Is it bad to put a desk right in front of the radiator? I guess I could, let's flip the bed to be the other direction, because then I can maybe put the, yep, okay. I logicked my way through that. We put that there. Then maybe we can put a desk there. And maybe I just want bookcases or something. This doesn't necessarily work unless if I put it like super weird in front of the door frame. Let's maybe try something else. Let's try moving the bed somewhere else maybe. Which I could totally get a different bed. This one was already here. Will it fit? I'll just put it here. Hey, I can just put it there, except it's backwards. I mean, I guess it's not technically backwards. This one's just kind of got a headboard-ish back on the side. So I think that works. How's it going, NLA? You just chilling? It's not straight! In this game, it's so hard to tell. Like, you think something's straight, and then you place it, and then it's not. And it's like, ah! Okay, maybe I can put the desk over there now. Yeah! We have a conference submission deadline tomorrow. You ready for the deadline? And a bunch of students are... I don't know what that is, but apparently they're doing something. Alliterating on abstracts. I'm assuming that means they're writing things. I'm also noticing right now that my brain is tired. I'm also realizing how much like little brain power it takes to like click and actually play this game. Okay, they're sending me draft submissions of write-ups. Okay, so basically you're busy writing, or you're not writing, you're busy editing papers. I always wished I was better at writing. In middle school, I wanted to like be an author and like write stories and whatever. And then I learned like I'm not super duper good at writing. I mean, I'm not bad, but I'm definitely not like good. Furniture, chairs. Let's get this chair. Sure. Let's actually get a different color. Let's get the like that kind of color. Yeah. Cool. And then maybe we can put like, I think there's maybe a short bookcase or something we can maybe put in here. But that might be all we put in here. And we'll decorate it maybe a little bit. I think I'll move this painting over here. But honestly, we might be just about done with this house, which has actually gone like fairly quickly. That I think I've just finally gotten to the point of just like knowing what kind of objects or which ones I like. So let's get a bookcase. How big is this one? Yeah, it's too big. I was like, that kind of fits the vibe of the room, but that doesn't necessarily fit. And I do always like this one. So we could put it here, technically. We can put them there, or we can put it here. Or we could just get two bookcases. Because I feel like if we don't put it here, that ends up being really super blank. Wait, actually, we can maybe get a dresser. So I think there's dressers. Dresser. No, not decorations. Furniture. See, that's the thing I have though with this game is like sometimes when I don't know exactly what I want, it can be a little bit weird trying to find it. Maybe it's under cupboards? Yeah, that would be like a... It still confuses me that the dressing table is like categorized as a cupboard, but I guess it works. Thinking maybe Can I make this lighter? It doesn't match the rest of it, but I think that might actually be okay here if it fits. Yeah. That works. And then we can put another painting up above it, and then we can stick some plants or something on there. We can stick some things on the desk, and I think it will look nice. We can also stick a few books on the bookshelf too. Also, I feel like I'm just getting slightly better at like designing these rooms. I also, if you've hung out for any of my Sim streams, I've talked about wanting to get more into actually doing some Sims builds, which now that I'm like playing the House Flipper game again, that I might actually like want to get back into like trying to do Sims builds pretty soon. I like, so far out of the very few builds I've done in The Sims, I've really enjoyed doing like tiny house builds. And I love this picture and I have not used it yet. This is like my favorite painting in the game. Which now that I'm reminding myself of the fact that there's paintings in here, I might actually mess around with like off stream, like seeing if I can add some paintings or pictures into the game. Just because there's not that many options. Yeah. Do you prefer furnishing or drafting the house geometry? I would say I prefer the furnishing more than like figuring out like the geometrics or anything of the layout of the house, which is why my legacy house is literally just a giant box. Like the entire house is just literally one big square box and all the rooms are pretty much squares. But then again, that was like my first time ever like building anything that wasn't tiny. Like I've literally built a tiny house, and my legacy house is the only thing I've actually like super duper built. So I would say I prefer more of the furnishing. Not that I'm like that much better at it, but I'm starting to get the eye for like more of the details of it, and I think this game is honestly helping me with that. I think it would be fun. I'm thinking I maybe want to build a tiny house on stream, because I think that could be fun to do. I built a tiny like pink themed house, and I made it be like a single sim living there with a cat. And I haven't played in that house yet, but I did play test it to make sure it worked. But I think it would be fun to try to build another one. What was I going for? Curtains. We can put curtains on this one here. But we can't put it on these two because, well, we could put it on one, but not the other, and that would look super weird. So I'm just gonna put it on this one here. That I want to try out more of like figuring out layouts of things a little bit better. I honestly don't like these lights very much. Like I want to try building better layouts for houses and things. So I don't know if you've ever watched any of Little Simsy's Kayla's videos or things like that, but she just has like the you make a fancy box. She has the fancy box theory. I think Sam does build furnish challenges fairly often, and Frank has done some too. Yeah, there's might be fun to see if I could stream one of those. I know Frank did one recently that was like a pride challenge, and I never got around to actually doing it. That she gave us the foundation of the house, but that was all she gave us, and we had to use her funkily shaped foundation. So I think that could be a good challenge for me to do, and actually like just to mess with it, because you have to make funny shaped rooms and things like that in order to work with that foundation. I found like I love watching Sam build, but she does use CC, so therefore like sometimes things are kind of hard to like translate a little bit. But let's get some other blinds in here too. Yeah, because I did Frank's challenge when she did like the duplex build challenge, but I didn't realize it was supposed to be a duplex, so I just made it like a regular house. So I guess I super duper enjoyed furnishing that and not having to like build the rooms or anything. So I think so far my strength has been in furnishing more than actually constructing the building. So that would be something I would want to work on. But maybe I'll actually take Frank's. I know the challenge is technically already over, that she's already reviewed the houses and stuff, but it could be fun to actually take Frank's build challenge and still do it on stream. Because I would actually like to build a Pride house. I think that would be kind of cool. Okay, what else was I going to get? I was going to get a plant for there. And let's see, I don't remember what knickknacks specifically there is for like desks and things like that. I guess we could put a trash can. Will this fit somewhere? I don't know if this will fit anywhere convenient. Nah. Let's see. So I think there's specific, like, desk knickknacks, I think. Maybe not. Could just get a mug or something. Maybe let's put an alarm clock. But they would have an alarm clock on their desk next to the bed. There's books, there's boxes, there's candles. I guess I could put this like it's files. There's a lot of like little toys and stuff too, because there's one of the jobs in the game that it's like you build a kindergarten classroom. So that's why they do have all these toys, and there are some of them with kids' rooms and things. Maybe can be equipment. I think this is just pictures and plants under the decorations though. Yeah. I thought there was like a pencil cup holder or something. Or maybe I'm just thinking of the pencil cup holder in The Sims. That might just be what I'm thinking of. I'll put a book on the desk or something. Let's just put a book on the desk. We can also put another plant. Have multiple plants in here. Used to have a digital alarm clock by my bed. Now I just use my iPod alarm. Yeah, I have. I kind of usually use, if I need one, I use my phone now. But I do have, if I do use an actual alarm clock, mainly I stopped using the alarm clock because the time got off and I was too lazy to like actually figure out which button to actually get it to be on the correct time. But I have like a iPod dock. So I have like my old iPod Nano, so I can like have it wake me up to music on my iPod Nano, which is always fun because all the music on there, that the last time I ever synced my iPod Nano was in like 2008 or 9. So basically, which granted nothing's really super changed in my music tastes, but most of the music on there is Jonas Brothers. So yeah, I got tired of worrying about my alarm going off if I'm not at home, or having an alarm when I'm on travel. Yeah, going off just like randomly. Like luckily, like that one was like really good about like it only goes off when it works. True. Or luckily, like when I actually used my iPod dock, I was never super worried about it. It just got to the point that it started running slow for some reason, even though it's a digital clock. So I haven't messed around to figure out where specifically on it to change the time. But my iPod Nano dock, which technically, no, I don't think it's like specifically, it's the old like Nano plug-in on the top of it, that it has a battery backup. So even if the power went out or anything, it wouldn't be like super duper bad. But usually I just use my phone now, because that's just quicker and easier to change the alarm on it versus changing it on the iPod dock. Because that, I mean, it's not hard to change it on the iPod dock, but it just takes more time. And honestly, I think we're maybe done with this house besides the doors. Because I don't think we need to do anything to the walls on the outside. We can sell this ladder now, though. Yeah, I'm always just worried that it's like, I always like triple check, did I set my alarm? Because I'm one of those weird people who doesn't actually like set multiple alarms to wake up in the morning if I'm getting up in the morning. That I'll let myself like push the snooze button kind of thing, but I found that if I set multiple alarms, that lets I just end up letting myself like fall back asleep. So I end up having to like wake up twice versus just waking up. And I found if I let myself fall back asleep and then wake up again, then I just end up feeling more tired, or it takes me longer to like actually wake up. So, but let's go ahead and buy some doors, because I think we're maybe done here. I'm gonna just maybe take some quick screenshots, because I do like to document kind of what I've done before in the game. Which, if you want to see any of my other decoration things from the game, I know it's dark, but I'm just gonna do it that way. I think you can actually just see all of them on my Steam account. So if you want to check it out, I'm literally TapGirl301 like everywhere. So if you want to see screenshots of things, feel free to do so. But let's go ahead and put some doors and let's sell this house, because I think we're doing good. I also think my fiance started cooking dinner because I'm smelling yummy things. Okay, door. It's starting to smell yummy in here.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I haven't started cooking yet.
You haven't? Then what smells good?
Just cut up the meat and stuff, put in a bowl and marinate.
Okay. NLA wants to know if you're making quesadillas.
No, I'm making homemade ground beef.
No. Believe it or not, I do eat things other than quesadillas.
What I make them for.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I do actually manage to make my own quesadillas now a little bit, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm
You can make your own quesadillas. We're just working on making your own real food.
Yeah, I'm learning to make my own like other food that doesn't involve cheese. In case you don't know, I really like meals that like revolve around cheese. So no, he's not making a quesadilla. He's making some homemade hamburgers. So we're gonna have hamburgers tonight for dinner. Yeah.
Homemade,
Like homemade, that he's got his like meat grinder thing out. And was that a birthday present or
Christmas.
Christmas present? He got like a meat grinder for a Christmas present. So he's gonna grind up some meat and we're gonna have hamburgers for dinner. Yeah, so something, which granted, burgers, like, you can have a cheeseburger, so it has cheese on it, but I'm finding that I'm trying to, A, learn how to cook things in general, but B, also learn how to make things that aren't cheese-based. Because I like cheese far too much. I think I'm gonna go for the white doors. Yeah. If you ever end up in the Netherlands, totally recommend visiting Gouda on a Thursday morning. Any particular reason why it should be a Thursday morning? But I'm totally down to visit anywhere that involves cheese.
There's a place called Gouda.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, especially a place called Gouda. That sounds yummy.
Gouda is Gouda.
Uh-huh.
Anytime soon.
Oh, that's what they do the cheese market. Okay. I was like, any particular reason why Thursday? But yeah, I've been to the Tillamook Cheese Factory, and that was super fun because they also sell like, they have their ice cream and stuff there too. But if you go to the Tillamook Cheese Factory, they have cheese called squeaky cheese that they don't sell in stores because it's like fresh made, it's like fresh, like not aged cheese. So by the time they would actually like, If I get this right? If by the time they like actually package it and ship it out, by the time it got to where it would need to be, it wouldn't necessarily be squeaky cheese anymore. Is that right?
I mean, you can still get cheese curds around here, but it's not like fresh out of right off the
Okay.
thing. Cheese curds.
Yeah, so you can get the cheese curds around here, but it's not. Yeah, you can get cheese curds around here, but it's not exactly the same.
It's not just made that way.
Yeah, it's not fresh cheese made that morning, fresh, because that's what squeaky cheese is. And the reason they call it squeaky cheese is when you bite into it, it squeaks on your teeth. So, fun fact. It'd be fun to go there again. Because now I just want squeaky cheese.
You live here, so.
I had some squeaky cheese curds in Minneapolis. That's cool. It kind of bugs me that I didn't paint. I didn't paint there, and that's gonna bug me. I don't know if I remember what paint I used. Squeaky cheese, just like cheese curds, are yummy. Cheese in general is yummy. Cheese is just something that's so... I think I did bright peach. Let's see. If not, it will be close enough. I just want this to be painted. I guess, right? Yeah, I did. Okay. I don't think there's any cheese I don't necessarily like. At least, not that I've come across.
You're probably not a big fan of blue cheese.
Yeah. My fiance's saying that, I was like, I don't know how well the mic picks him up from the kitchen over there, but he's saying I maybe don't like blue cheese. But I'm kind of like I didn't paint up there. Ah! Let's try that again. That, as a kid, I was a super duper picky eater, so it's kind of just been like in my college years / adulthood here that I've actually been like branching out and trying a lot of different foods, because I literally have eaten peanut butter sandwiches on white bread for lunch for like 90% of the lunches in my life, and was perfectly content with that. And I ate it without the crust until like 4th or 5th grade, and then I finally started eating it with the crust on. So I was a very picky eater as a kid, and I just now like kind of realized that I don't like certain foods. It's just the way I tried it the first time, or my family made it. It wasn't seasoned very well, or like there wasn't seasoning on it. So I've discovered that there's things I do like to eat when it's actually seasoned correctly. Hi Ashley, how's it going? Yeah, see, I was always just like peanut butter, like plain old peanut butter on like white Franz bread. What was I getting? I was getting a door. I keep opening this and then I'm like, why did I open the tablet? I'm doing good. We are about to sell this house, and that makes me happy. But I'm impressed that, like, that didn't take super long, I don't think. It will tell us here when we sell it how long it took me to flip it. But let's do one last quick little walk around here. So here's the living area. We have a bedroom. We have a kitchen. And there's a bathroom. I feel like it's really weird that the bathroom is like super duper far away from the bedroom and like off the kitchen, but maybe that's just me. But we're gonna sell it. Ready? Set. Enter? I think? Yeah. Not too bad. We've been working on this house for 1 hour and 25 minutes. I think the house that I flipped last stream took like 2 hours. So that's not too bad. Let's put it on auction. Ready? Set? Here we go. Who's gonna buy my house? Not too bad. Having a $17,000 profit. I think the first house we sold, I think only had like a $10,000 profit. So I will take that. Basically because I can only refuse it at this point because I have not put any skill points in negotiating yet. So, yay! House sold. Hey, and I got an achievement because I haven't actually, I know it doesn't pop up there, I got the Artistic Soul achievement. That there's an achievement for like selling to each person in the game, which I haven't necessarily like aimed to do that. It just kind of happens. So, yeah, for some reason, that's something that they've changed over time. It used to be like when the game originally came out that each room of the house was like specifically already labeled as whatever room it was, even if you changed the walls around, like even if you like destroyed walls and moved the walls around and things like that, if it was labeled a bedroom when you originally bought the house, it was a bedroom. They have changed that, so now if you delete the furniture, it just ends up being labeled as a room, and when you put furniture in it, then it finds a label. But for some reason, the sofa or the couch that I put in there, for some reason that got read as a bed. So for some reason, like the dining room slash like living space in the entryway there got labeled as a bedroom, and some of the like the buyers in here, like as you sell things you'll learn more about them kind of thing, but some of them like specifically want a bed, or they specifically want like a TV in their house, or like these people I think want, if I remember, they want not a lot of rooms and they want like a lot of rugs and things like that. And this person wants like a lot of paintings, which is why she bought the house we just did, because I put a bunch of paintings in it. So yeah, it's like you would think people would see it as a bonus and not be so picky, but that's just kind of how the algorithm works for the buyers. I wish I had a bedroom. I wish you had a bedroom. I do think it's funny that the starting office is literally just like office, bedroom, and if we ever put a kitchen back in here, kitchen. But yeah, this is our office space. That last stream, we kind of dubbed this, I really like this blue. We painted one of the rooms in the house. We flipped last stream this ice blue color. And we agreed that we thought it was fitting since it's like, you know, iceberg, and my stream's iceberg themed, that we should do an iceberg. And then my community members suggested this laughing strawberry color to have something different for the office area. So let's see, we have $70,000 now, which is quite a bit actually. So let's see, we can actually buy a pretty big range of houses. That we can buy any of these. We could go all the way up to this one, though this one it would be limiting just because we would only have like 5,000 left to like spin to flip it. But we could go ahead and buy another house if we wanted to. Or we could do, we have all these little jobs. We can do any of those jobs there. I think I kind of want to go ahead and buy a new house and get it cleaning, and then maybe do one of the other side jobs. So let me know. I am open to opinions here of which house you think I should buy. We can buy the camping bungalow, which is the like the smallest house that's still here. So this was like the third house in the catalog. So that we can buy camping bungalow. We can do house with uninvited guests. We can do the connoisseur's house. We can do house after the flood. We could buy many generations house. We could buy home admin legends. And if we really wanted to, we could probably buy home and car, but that one's kind of big and costs a decent amount. So I know, I was like, uninvited guests, which you missed. Like the first house we bought, and flipped was called Burned House. So it was literally a house that was burnt, and we just literally, you know, painted over the smoke damage and sold the house again. Should we buy the house called Uninvited Guests? So this would be the 6 that we could pick from right now that we have enough money to do. And if you want me to click and show details on any of these, I can do that. But maybe we should do house with uninvited guests. It's probably what it is it's probably got cockroaches in it. And I have the settings off For that, you can actually flip it to be the default is that it will show cockroaches, but there's a setting that you can click and change it to be shattered glass instead. And I have that clicked because I mean, I'm not necessarily bugged by it. Bugged by it. See, I don't make puns on purpose. They just sometimes happen. But I have it set to the shattered glass mainly just because it's easier to vacuum, because it will like give you the option to switch to a vacuum cleaner, and it's easier to vacuum up the shattered glass versus like the bugs that are literally crawling. But we could do it. Should we do it? I think we're gonna do this one. Let's buy it. Yes, let's go. If it is supposed to, if there is the shattered glass, I think I'll maybe switch it to the bugs just so we can see it. Yeah, there's shattered glass. Here. So there's shattered glass there. So it says pull out vacuum cleaner. But watch, I can change. If you don't like bugs, I don't look for a second here as I flip. What is it? Yeah, display broken glass instead of cockroaches. Let's turn that off for a sec. See, look, it changes it. Yeah, I know. Yeah, look, isn't that creepy? Like, it turns it into little moving cockroaches. And it's kind of gross. Not that they're, like, super realistic or anything, but you do get the satisfaction that you get to just, you know, casually vacuum them up into the vacuum cleaner. I'll probably switch it back to glass just because sometimes it's hard to get the very last one or something like that. Yeah, it's like, this is fine. This is fine. Everything's fine because they move. So sometimes it's like, there's still more, even though it's like, you think you got them all. Yeah, this is fine. We're just vacuuming up cockroaches. This is totally how you get rid of them. Yep. Yep, this is fine. Okay. Yeah, throw away the vacuum cleaner. I'm going to change it back to glass. I'd rather vacuum up glass, Gabe. Thank you very much. Okay, cool. Let's get rid of the trash out here. Yeah, so. Yep. Now we can just get rid of that vacuum cleaner because, you know, no more bugs. Go away, bugs. Okay. I honestly just go ahead and delete the doors anyway because they're all gross. And this is actually a bigger house than the last one. So let's go ahead and just go through and get rid of all the trash though. And let's see, how many other spots of shattered glass are we going to get? The one thing I find interesting in this game is things like this tub. Like if I delete the tub, I can't get it back. Like that specific one. That some of the things that there's furniture that's like specific that can only be found in the houses that you can't like buy it yourself. I know, the way, like, I was mentioning it earlier, I did a little mini job, in the middle of me flipping the other house. I took a break from it and then came back, but I did a job that was, a college apartment house kind of thing, that they completely trashed it, and there's literally hundreds of, like, wine bottles everywhere. And I was talking about the fact it's like, if this is like a college house, like, wouldn't it be like beer bottles instead of wine bottles? But yeah, like the way, I feel like this isn't, like, if you look at the mini map, like, look how much dirt is on that mini map up, I guess it's over there. Like, in the corner there, I have a thing that shows all the dirt on the mini map. So it's like, I don't even know how houses get this dirty. Yeah! Oh, must do this. Dirt. What just... Cortana, why are you trying to talk to me? Go away. I don't know if you guys heard that, but a Cortana notification popped up. And those should be turned off, so I don't know why I did that. Okay. Honestly, though, I was mentioning it earlier, this is my favorite part of the game, is getting to clean up everything. Yeah, it was like, I don't even know what it was. It was just like, hey, I hit this notification for you. It's like, then why are you notifying me of it? Like, isn't the point that you hit the notification that I shouldn't be seeing it? But maybe that's just my the process. Okay, we're gonna have to actually plaster, and we haven't actually done that yet in this profile because there's all these holes in the wall that we'll have to fill in. All the dirt. Let's get rid of all the dirt. Okay. Rage, get that dirt. I know, it's just like all the cobwebs. So it's like all these houses we're buying, it's like I'm guessing they've just been abandoned for like a while. Exposed brick, it's a feature. One sec. I think I'm just maybe getting warm. Because I kind of put this sweatshirt on just to be comfy earlier, and now I'm feeling kind of warm. Okay, I think I'm good. It's like I just got this like kind of tickle. I've been getting that the last couple days. It's not like I'm sick or anything. I just keep getting like, excuse me, a tickle that just is there and then doesn't go away. But yeah, it's exposed brick. It's a feature. You know, there's just random exposed brick throughout the house. You know, it gives it character, right? Oh no! Well, I hope your throat does not get worse. That's one thing I've been enjoying this summer is not being sick. I was sick so much during the school year last year. It was ridiculous. I mean, I thought I've been like consistently working with students in schools for like 4 or 5 years now. So you think my immune system would have got a little bit used to it. But I think just working in 3 different schools last year, just like my body went, nope. Yeah, it's like this year there's a lot of kids sick and a lot of people were sick, and I found that it was like I couldn't even tell if I was sick with multiple different colds or if I just had one cold forever. But I kind of got sick around Halloween, and then I was pretty much sick. I never was like 100% healthy for more than a couple of days at a time until like the end of the school year. So this summer has been really nice that I haven't been sick this summer. So it's been nice. Oh, hey, looks like we're gonna have to vacuum up some glass. I'm very glad it's not cockroaches this time though. Yeah, that would always be scary, is like being sick when you have to like go and do something. I only called out sick. There's probably a lot more times that I probably should have called out sick, but I didn't. But the worst was like being sick, and I actually had to call in sick on the day of like the dress rehearsal for like one of the shows that my schools was doing. So like the music teacher had to like really step up and like try to do it herself, which was fine because she was like a part of the show, everything and whatnot. But I felt bad that I had to call out sick and have her run the rehearsal by herself. Yeah, I felt really bad that I was like, I just got super duper sick. I was like, that was one of the time that I was like, I got super sick, like did not leave my bed, like flu sick, icky. Like the rest of the time of me being sick, I was just pretty much, it was just like, I have a stuffy nose that just like doesn't go away kind of thing. So, but yeah, I remember that I mentioned it in mod chat of just like, yep, I'm just gonna be sick forever. I'm hoping this next school year will maybe be a little bit better, that my immune system maybe has gotten a little bit stronger. But I also know that I'm going to be at 4 different schools this next school year instead of just 3. So that's a lot of different germ pools and a lot of different kids to be exposed to. So I don't know. We will see. But yeah, it's always sucks being like sick close to like I need to go do this thing or missing out on something. Okay, this room's pretty clean. I think that there's still some dirt on the mini map, but at least it looks a little bit better now. Yeah, I'll be the one that germs are hitching rides on. I can actually sell some of this stuff. There's no reason for me to like keep it necessarily. But yeah, so I'll be the one who's transporting germs from one school to the other and back kind of thing. Which one of the schools that I'll be at this next year, I don't think will be too bad because I'm only there for an afternoon. So it shouldn't be horrible, but I mean, that's still enough time to be around those kids and stuff. So I did really good this year about making sure I was washing my hands a lot, and I think that helped. And I took like probiotics and stuff, and I think that helped make the sicknesses that I did get not be as severe or last as long kind of thing. But I know a lot of teachers got sick this last school year, and it wasn't like with stuff, and I think that was part of the problem too, is why it got like I was sick so much, is because the colds that went around this year, it wasn't ones that it's like so bad that you have to stay home, that you like can't manage to go to work. It was like, oh, I just have a sore throat, or oh, I'm just coughing and I have a stuffy nose, that they weren't bad enough to like call out on. Like, yeah, I can still teach, I'm still fine. Am I at 100%? No, but I think that didn't help with things getting spread around, because then all those people still came to work like partially sick. So things just got spread around. And I know for me as a first year teacher, like in a lot of cases, I could have probably taken a couple more sick days than I did, but I didn't. It's like I don't have a lot of sick days to use in the first place. So yeah, it's like still feeling icky. It's like it's one of those things. It's like, okay, I have to go in. If I called out and took a sick day for every day that I didn't feel 100% in the school year, I would have been out of sick days by November. I think I had 5 sick days, maybe. I think. I don't remember how many I have to start with, but I mean, I mentioned it. I don't remember. I think I've mentioned it before somewhere that I actually ended up teaching for a couple of days this past school year, literally with no voice. Because I'm like, I feel fine. I just don't have a voice. So I literally went in and taught through like text to speech for some of my classes. Because I still felt okay. I just didn't have a voice, and I didn't have the sick days to just take off and like wait for my voice to come back, that was when I started drinking throat coat tea like a lot, and that helped a lot. I drank a ton of throat coat tea, and I still drink it fairly often too. Hi Mist, welcome to the iceberg. Thank you so much for that follow. I super appreciate it. But yeah, that's a hard thing of being a new teacher. Also, I can't figure out for the life of me where this dirt is. There's dirt somewhere. Well, okay, I got that one apparently. Yeah, so it's like that's the struggle of being like new to teaching and whatever. It's like you don't have a lot of that ability to just, you know, take time. Okay, hi. Also, we totally don't need to like talk in all caps. I'm here. There's no need to yell. I can hear. I can see. Let's open the window. Sure, why not? Let's sell those. I think I maybe like these cabinets. Honestly, they don't look too bad. Yeah, sick days, they will roll over. So this next school year, that the sick days that I didn't use from this last school year will roll over. So this next school year I'll have more sick days available to me. So, but just the way it works is kind of weird because it's like, especially to like for people who have kids or who are on medical, like have medical things that they need to take more time off and things like that. I mean, they like will send out things to like district-wide emails saying, hey, such and such is needing to take time off. Are you willing to donate some of your sick time to them? So yeah, things will roll over, but it's also like I don't want to use all of it up in case something does happen, or I end up changing my mind and think I actually maybe do want kids and do want to do that. So I would need time off and things. So it's like I still want to make sure I'm not using all of my sick time, which this last school year, something I kind of regret is I had 3 personal days that I never took off, that I didn't think about doing it earlier in the school year. And then by the time I realized I wanted to use them, I literally couldn't because of shows coming up and needing to be there for certain classes to be able to run a rehearsal or like do a dress rehearsal or teach kids this dance. So it got to the point with shows and things that I couldn't just take a day. So that's another one of like the contributing factors that at this point for like TwitchCon and stuff, at this point I would love to go to TwitchCon this year, but I think at this point I unfortunately am not going to be able to go to TwitchCon. It's not so much like a money issue, it's more of a like time issue, and just the fact that there's so many other things like life-wise, and like we still haven't had our wedding yet, to like there's so many other life things that I could spend that money on, and like we still want to like move in and buy a house together. I kind of need to buy myself a newer car and things like that. So it's like it's not like I don't have the money to spend to go to TwitchCon, and it would just mean I would have to use probably all 3 of my personal days, or like at least 2 of them. So it's kind of just that kind of tough choice kind of thing. So that's why it's like at this point I haven't bought a ticket, I haven't done anything with it. So unfortunately at this point, I was going to say something in the mod chat at some point because I know so many of the mod squad are heading to TwitchCon, and it's like I really 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 super duper want to go, but at this point I think making the smart adult choice would be like not to spend the money on that. So because it's not like I'm like crazy far away from TwitchCon either. I mean, I'm in Washington, so like Washington State, so it's not like I'm insanely far away from TwitchCon or anything. It's not like I'm coming from like Sweden to go to TwitchCon. I'm going 2 states down. So, but still, it's still the cost of if I choose to fly there and buying a flight, or like do I drive down and spend the gas or things like that. I won't be able to this year since we are going to right, I saw you post about that, and that totally makes sense. It's like get rid of the debt, and that's the other thing too. Is like I still have my student loans to pay off, so yeah, it's like I still have student loans to pay off. Yeah, it was like the hotel would be more costly than the flight and things like that. But then again, it's still the cost of the flight, it's the cost of the hotel, it's the cost for paying for food and paying for the ticket, and if I went and if I brought him along with me, he doesn't necessarily have the funds to pay for his flight or his ticket, so that would be on me to do that as well. So it's like, it's just a lot. So at this point, I think the responsible choice to do is to not go, but I think I'll end up spending more for San Diego than Berlin, ironically. Really? I feel like part of that too would just be hotel and stuff, which I've never actually left the country before, so that's something that I want to do at some point, because like I don't have a passport. Yeah, I was like, I remember you posting, was it a pie chart or spreadsheet? You posted something that was saying like, how much you spent. It was $30. Yeah, it was like $30 a night for a hotel is like nothing compared to what it would cost. The $200 or whatever a night ish. Yeah, it was like $30 a night for a hotel is awesome. Also, I'm realizing how dark it's gotten in here. Also, hi Bokikio, how's it going? Yeah, Berlin was so much cheaper than San Diego. Yeah. Yeah, it was like Europe I think would be a whole lot cheaper if you like going over there and stuff. There's the dirt. Yeah, this is kind of cool streaming. In case you missed it, I'm trying streaming at an evening time, so therefore it's kind of getting darker. But I'm trying this out because that's just kind of time-wise how things worked out today of when things worked out. So I'm like, you know, I still want to stream today. It's kind of later than usual, but might as well try it out. You found a hotel for $90 a night? Is it anywhere close to the convention center, or is it like super far away that you'll have to like Uber or walk a super long way? Because it's like, I know a lot of people are doing like Airbnbs and stuff too, but I just don't know if like, I've never used Airbnb before, so. Okay, 20 to 30 minute walk. So it's a little bit, it's not like super duper close then, but it's not like, I guess that's not too crazy far. Oh, right, yeah, you can totally take like the bus or something too. See, I kind of just forget public transportation is kind of a thing, because it's not like, I don't ever use public transportation, so I don't often think about it. And also just like, the way public transportation is set up, it's not like, I guess, the most convenient thing sometimes. So, you've been lurking for a while. Well, if you want to lurk, this goes for anybody. If you lurk here, it's still crazy to me that anybody would want to hang out with me while I'm literally like cleaning dirt off of a house in a simulation game. But if you want to chat, up to you. Have any of you guys played House Flipper before? Really, very rarely use an Uber or Lyft. I've been in... We did Lyft or Uber? We did one at some point. But I've literally done it once. Where is this last bit of dirt? It's gonna drive me nuts.
I usually just have them both on my phone so I can check to see who's cheaper or closer.
Yeah. You have not? Okay. Well, if you want a chillaxing game, it is a good purchase. Okay. I'm to the point that I think I maybe have to move the counter to get to this, because I think it's down there somewhere. Where is this dirt? Yeah, because I also want to get... I haven't got the DLC for this yet. I did an Uber in DFW to get to that resort Negs was at for QuakeCon, and when I was there for a conference. That resort place for QuakeCon looks so cool. I don't know if you saw, did you see her like Instagram story with the train? Like there's a little train town there, and it was cool. The hotel was $250 a night, and I found a $100 a nice place that was unbearable. Yeah, yeah, because that place was fancy. Okay. Does anybody see the dirt? I don't see where this dirt is. I'm just going to move the counter. So I've just been standing here like... There's the dirt. Yeah, it's underneath. Go away. There we go. Okay. I always like little train sets. I think they're cool. And that whole big setup of that was really awesome. Am I not going to be able to get this back where it was? Because that's going to be super annoying. Hiding dirt. I know. It was like underneath the counter. Can I please put this back where it was? I'm going to be super annoyed if I can't put this back where it was. Why, game? Why? Okay. I will deal with that later. I'm not dealing with that right now. It's like Disneyland Resort for... Yeah. Yeah. The Disneyland Resorts are... quite expensive. I know my family, there's a spider web somewhere. I know my family, we did 1 trip, maybe 2 trips, and we stayed in the Disneyland Hotel. And it's super duper awesome for the experience of it. And also just for the convenience of the location to the park. But my favorite thing I remember doing, which I think we found out like at one of the hotels that you could actually do it at a non-specifically Disneyland resort, is that you can actually set an alarm and for the phone, and the phone will ring, and when you pick it up, it's Mickey Mouse, like, hello, hello, like, hello, hi, like, time to get up, kind of thing. And I remember that being like my favorite thing, and you could like pick, there was multiple different characters you could pick. So like you would wake up, be woken up in the morning, and you would get a phone call from Mickey. Because I remember too that we would set 2 different ones. So one time I could answer the phone, and one time my sister could answer the phone. Yeah, it was super duper cool. So every morning of our Disneyland trip, we would be woken up, and there'd be a phone call from Mickey or a phone call from Minnie. I think it had the what's it called? The 5 of them. It had like Goofy, Donald, Mickey, Minnie. I don't know if it had Daisy. I think it was just maybe 4. I think it was Mickey, Minnie, Donald, and Goofy you could have do it. But yeah, it was super duper cool that you could like have a phone call in the morning to do that. Okay, let's go ahead and maybe work on some plaster and get that going. I also kind of want to sell the rest of this furniture. I don't necessarily want it. And I can always rebuy it if I decide I want it later. I won't sell that tub though. I think the bathroom's okay. That chair's honestly okay, I think, too. Honestly, I think the rest of it's maybe okay. If I can get... Maybe I have to move this. If I can get this counter back where it was, that would be awesome. Because that was nice over here. But I don't know if it's going to fit back over there, which is really, really weird. Okay, can I just set it down now? Okay. Yeah, I love Disneyland a lot. I want to go back there. One of my like bucket list things that I would like love to do is get a annual pass, like the top tier annual pass with no blackout dates, and just move to California for a year and literally go into Disneyland every single day. Which may sound absolutely crazy, but I would love to do that. Because I love Disneyland. Someday, one of my like bucket list kind of things is I would love to visit every single Disney park. That's not lined up. Ah. Come on. Why? Why though? Okay. This is annoying. You've only been to Disney World? Yeah, I would love to go to Disney World. I've only ever been to Disneyland. So I would love to go to Disney World. Because I see pictures and I've seen friends go to Disney World. I'm just going to have to move all of these. It's fine. Everything's fine. But yeah, I just know like Disney World is so much bigger. But I know like the actual like Disneyland portion of Disney World is a lot smaller. Like the Magic Kingdom is a lot smaller than Disneyland. So it would definitely be like a going there for like the experience of the other parks. Not so much going there for the Magic Kingdom. Just because I know everything's so much smaller. Like It's a Small World is so small that like I heard that like the ride only takes 5 minutes for if you ride It's a Small World, whereas in Disneyland the ride lasts for like 15 minutes. So there's totally still some dirt on the map. But I'm kind of annoyed at trying to figure out where it is at this point. So I think I'm just gonna plaster some walls. But I want to do like I would go specifically to like Disney World to like do Epcot and like do the Animal Kingdom and do all the rides that aren't in Disneyland. Like, before Nega mentioned it, I didn't know anything about Figment. I didn't know that was a thing, but now I want to go ride that ride. Because that would be cool. I also really want to go and ride, like, the Avatar ride. So I know that ride's super cool. I also have never been to the Wizarding World, and that's something I really super duper want to do at some point. Because Wizarding World would be awesome. Yeah, it's like I like the Animal Kingdom would be so cool. Okay, any more plaster in this room? Maybe we just want to move this. Because Animal Kingdom is basically like you ride on a safari and you kind of just go through the kingdom kind of thing, isn't it? Most of my Disney park knowledge is pretty purely Disneyland. I know some of California Adventure, but not a lot. Okay, filling in all of the holes. I just think, because I think the experience of Disney World would just be like, I mean, it just takes a lot more time to get through the park just because it's so much bigger. The Lion King show. Okay, the Lion King show, not really many rides. Okay, yeah, I was like, I don't think there's that many rides in Animal Kingdom. Yeah, I was like, that mainly, that would be the reason I would want to go to Disney World, is because I would want to do Epcot, because I've heard so many things about it. I remember back when, like, Nega did that impromptu, like, go to Disney World for a couple days, and watching her Instagram story, that was the first time I had actually, like, really seen anything of Epcot. And because I don't super keep up on, like, information, like news or anything on Disney World. I keep up on a lot of stuff of Disneyland, because I do actually I'm friends with one person on Facebook that used to work in Disneyland, so I used to get a lot of updates from her. But I'm also friends with someone who dances in the Disneyland parades, so I also see posts of her, like, posting updates about the parades and things like that. Yeah, the Avatar ride, that would be, I've seen, like, pictures and some video clips of it, and it looks like such a cool ride. I also really would want to go to Epcot for, I know the line's probably always ridiculously long, but I would love to ride the Frozen ride. And I know that's in Epcot. So, yeah, I just remember, like, I watched, like, a behind the scenes video about, like, them making the animatronics for, like, the Avatar, and that being so super duper duper cool. I don't know if you guys have seen it, but they're building a Beauty and the Beast ride for Disney Tokyo, I think it is. And the animatronics for Belle, it looks like a live person, like, moving. Like, it's so amazing. If you have not seen it, you should totally look up videos. I can also post some, like, in my Tomorrowland media dump later if you guys are interested, if I can find it. I think we plastered everything. I think we got all the plastered spots. But it's so crazy how much animatronics have advanced and things like that. Okay, I think we're good on plaster. Also, there's cobwebs. Let's get those. I mentioned it, I think, earlier, but I don't 100% super understand why there's, like, a day and night cycle in this game, but there is. I was at Disney World in 1988, so I don't remember much from it, and Disneyland for a day in 2013 and didn't have time to see the whole park. Yeah. Yeah, it was like, definitely things in Disney World have changed since then. And one day in Disneyland is definitely not enough to see it. You can do, if you're not super focused on like doing absolutely every single little ride, you can do Disneyland itself and probably hit everything you want to in probably 2 days if you know what you're doing and know how to time some things out. But usually when I go, like the last trip I went, we went for 4 days, but usually my family has gone for 5 days, because once you like get when you pay for the tickets and things like that, the difference between buying like a 4-day hopper pass and a 5-day hopper pass is like pretty much nothing. So we would always just go for the extra day. I mean, the difference would be like having to pay for an extra night at the hotel or things like that, but let's go ahead and sell that. I think I'm gonna head back to the office and like look at one of the little mini jobs, because I don't super feel like actually decorating anything in the house right now. I was not a big fan of the Magic Kingdom, but I also wasn't a big fan of classic Disney characters. There's literally, there's pictures of me when I'm like a year and a half old, so like 18-ish months old, in Disneyland. And this was back like we still had like a film camera, and you know, people didn't have cell phones yet that they would carry around with cameras in them. And my dad took an entire roll of film of me running up to Minnie Mouse that I really like the classic characters, personally. Okay, let's read this. So topic, save me from these horrible colors, honey. Hello. Oh, hello, my dear. I'm so happy that you offered your help with house flipping. I hope your offer is still valid. You wouldn't say no to such a wonderful person like me, right? Here's the deal. About a month ago, I moved to my cousin's house. She is, I'm sorry to say, an artist. Her artistic soul commands her to live in a house that looks like a Christmas tree. OMG, really, because the wall colors hurt. My eyes cry so much that I can't stand them. Oh, I'm so angry that I'm afraid that the sour look on my face will give me wrinkles. That would be terrible. We have to do something with it. And my sweetie, have to help me with it. You need to repaint all the walls with normal colors before my cousin returns from her journey. Toned and quiet colors will be awesome. You know what I like. Thank you for everything, and remember to hurry. Loves and kisses, Michael Brandt. We're gonna go paint. I'm so glad digital cameras don't have a limit of trying to, yeah, just conserve film.
I was gonna say, granted, a roll of film is only like 36 pictures.
Yeah. A roll of
It's
film, like,
40 bags.
would go pretty quickly. And I remember, I think at that point in time we had already switched to like having like a digital family camera, but I remember that my sister has like, there's like a little Tyke camera that's like a little digital camera that it takes digital pictures. I mean, obviously it's not super high quality. It's like slider phone, flip phone quality pictures, but like it's one of those things that it's like super chunky, and like you could like drop it and throw it on the ground and it would be fine, because you know it's made for like toddlers. But I remember my sister having one of those when she was younger, that she took it on like family trips and stuff to be able to take pictures. But I am very grateful that digital photography is a thing, to not be limited by like, and to know instantly, did that shot turn out or do I need to take another one, versus like with film it's like you don't have that guarantee. Okay. Paint with the color Sleepy Blue. What, you don't like the super bright yellow in here?
Yeah.
Also, in case you are just joining us, that's my fiance behind me. I think he's playing Stardew.
Yep.
Yep. Also, in case you missed it, I've gotten him addicted to Stardew Valley, and I'm very proud of it. Or just the concept of taking 10 and then deciding later which one to keep. Yeah. It's just like taking all of them, because it's like you don't know. Like, did this turn out or this? And then you end up taking 10, but you only really want one of them. And you can't like reuse the film, obviously. And my mom does scrapbooking, so we took so many pictures, and we still take a lot of pictures, which is why my laptop has so many thousands and thousands of pictures on it. Also, my headphones are like slowly sliding off the back of my head. There you go. Yeah, my family enjoyed Epcot, Animal Kingdom, and Hollywood Studios the most. We didn't really enjoy Magic Kingdom. Yeah, that's my thing. Is like if you are going to Disney World, you're not going there to go to the Magic Kingdom. You are going there to enjoy Epcot and the Animal Kingdom and everything else. If you're wanting that Magic Kingdom experience and wanting that kind of Disney vibe, you go to Disneyland, because everything is actually like the full versions of the rides, and it's bigger and there's more rides in general. Like, you don't go to Disney World to go to the Magic Kingdom. You go there to go to Epcot or Animal Kingdom kind of thing. So let's paint these walls with sleepy blue so she doesn't have to deal with the yellow anymore. Also, get ready to appreciate the game logic that I can paint all of these walls without moving any furniture. Or even the painting. Like, let's just paint behind it. Just magically painting. But I'm interested to know, if you have been to Disney World and or Disneyland, what is your favorite ride to go on? Or top 3 if you can't pick one. I'd be interested to know. My favorite as a kid was Small World. That whenever we would go, we would literally ride it every single day. I would probably say, I mean, I guess it's not really, it's technically a ride, but it's really more of an experience, but my favorite is probably Tiki Room. I also really love riding Big Thunder Mountain. Would probably be another favorite. From the 2013 trip, it was Soarin' Over California. Yes, they have revamped it since then. I have not ridden the newest version of the Soarin' ride, because the last time I was there, I decided I did not want to wait 3 hours for the ride, because the wait time was consistently 3 hours. So the last time I rode Soarin' Over California, it probably would have been the same when you were there, is I miss, because they used to actually have it when you like flew over like the orange groves, that they actually pumped in and made it smell like oranges, but apparently people had allergic reactions to it, so they stopped doing that. So they definitely have changed that ride a lot, but the whole concept of it is awesome. I also don't know if that means, since they revamped it, if the hidden Mickey that was in that ride is there anymore, because there used to be, when you would fly over the golf course, a golf ball would come flying at you, and on the golf ball there was a silver hidden Mickey, but I'm assuming that's no longer there since they've changed the ride. I want to go to the Harry Potter park at some point. I need to go. And when I go, I need to have money to actually be able to buy Hufflepuff merchandise, because I'm assuming in the Harry Potter park they actually have merchandise in all 4 houses, because, you know, finding Hufflepuff merchandise is not always the easiest thing to do, because for some reason they think people who are Hufflepuffs don't want to buy merchandise. Oh yeah, the Cars ride in California Adventure is awesome. That ride is totally awesome. Okay, we good? No. Oh, we gotta paint the insides of the windows. Yeah, the best way, if you ever go again, like the best way to ride the Cars ride is to get in the single rider line. Even if you're with a group, if you don't care if you necessarily ride in the same car, because that is the quickest way to get through that line. Even the single rider line will still take a while, but it usually is faster. That's probably the only reason I would go to Disneyland for Cars part. Yeah, because to have the California Adventure experience there. Well, and the last time I went, we were there really super close to it opening, but it hadn't opened yet. Would be Paradise Pier is now Pixar Pier. And I have not ridden the rides or been there since they've revamped it. So I was there with family, and they apparently had the plan to go straight for the time ticket for the first cards ride, and then do it. Yeah, that's the other way to do it. Is to go in. Is like if you know you want to ride the cars ride, if you get in the morning, is go get a fast pass. Go get a fast pass if you can. Yes, and they have official robes for each house. Yeah, it's called Fast Pass. See, I have homemade robes that my grandma made me, but they're technically Gryffindor. Like the inside has like the maroon for Gryffindor on it because they were originally a Halloween costume, and I went as Ginny. Still gonna paint that, so why not? So it's like I could just like take that fabric off and get some yellow fabric to put on the inside. What am I missing? Why is it still saying 92%? Oh. Yeah, but that's cool. It's like that would be cool to have all of the fancy robes and everything. Maybe it's this? Is that making it go up? Don't know. But I would love to have some Hufflepuff robes. Yeah, fast passes can be a lifesaver. The thing that I thought was super interesting is the last time I went, they actually have fast passes for It's a Small World now, which was a new thing that like usually it's fast passes are for like Space Mountain or something like that. It's not It's a Small World. Oh, here's, okay, behind the radiator is blue. It's like, what isn't blue yet? There we go. There we go. Okay. And I can't sell it, which is super dumb. Okay. Nope, let me out and close the door. Okay, I don't think there's anything in this room. No, don't need to do anything to the bathroom. That's the front door. Do I need to do anything to the basement? There's a basement, apparently. Nope, don't need to do anything here, but there is a basement. Okay. This room. Oh, that's very bright green. Oh, that is very bright green. Let's paint it bright peach. Okay, that's what it's saying to do. Bright peach. Honestly, I really like this green, though. I just was not expecting bright green when I walked into this room. That was a very, very bright green. Okay. Real quick here. Do we have an ETA on dinner, or when I need to wrap up? Okay. Cool. So I think we'll probably finish this job here, and then I'll probably have to wrap up because he's waiting on me to make dinner and have everything ready, so I don't want to make him wait too much longer for dinner. So
I mean, I can snack.
I know, but there's no reason I should make you wait for dinner.
I'm okay.
You're okay?
If you want to keep streaming, I'll make this longer.
Okay. Maybe we'll keep going. He's saying it's okay. I don't know. Well,
It kind of all depends on how late you want to actually, like,
okay. We'll see. I'll definitely finish this painting job here, and then we will reevaluate. If you are hanging out with me, I super duper appreciate it. I know this is not a time slot that I've streamed in before. I've streamed usually earlier hours. In case you want to know, it's currently 9:14 p.m. my time zone. And I'm kind of liking doing this later night stream a little bit. That I've done streams starting at like noon. I've done streams starting at like 2:30. I'm kind of liking this time slot, but I don't know if I'll stick to it or not. They also have actual chocolate frogs that are huge pieces of chocolate in shapes of frogs that you can buy ones from Ollivanders. It was great, and nerding out for the whole thing. Yes, I would love to eat a chocolate frog. That would be awesome. I also want to go and try the butterbeer. I know. I would also love to do like, I know you can actually, like, wait in line to go into Ollivander's, but my cousins went to the Wizarding World and were very disappointed to have waited for hours for their turn to go in with a group to Ollivander's, and only one person got to actually do the wand interaction in their giant group that walked into the room together. So they waited for, like, hours and got to watch someone else, like, have their wand chosen, or a wand choose them kind of thing. The butterbeer was so great. Yeah, I want to try the butterbeer. I've done, I did it one time that there's like a Starbucks secret menu kind of thing that you can like order a frappuccino with like caramel, like a base frappuccino with like caramel and different, I don't remember what the order is specifically, but to quote, order like a butterbeer. And that was pretty good. It was really super sweet, but I would love to like try an actual Wizarding World butterbeer. Okay. 82%. Missing one down here. Just going to the Wizarding World in general. Just traveling in general would be awesome because I haven't done a whole lot of traveling. Yeah, it was like when my cousins went, they waited and they didn't even film it because they thought they were going to get a turn. So they like filmed the first part and then they turned it off because they were going to film them doing it. But just some kid that it was their birthday got to do it. And they had waited for like multiple hours for it. I'm like, I would be pissed. I would not be happy. I would not walk out of that room until I got to do it. I would not be happy. I'm like, I just waited for how long? And I don't get the chance to do the thing? No. Okay. That room is no longer ridiculously green. I think this might be the one, if I remember right. Where's the other? Here. Okay. No, maybe it's not this job. There's one job that it wants you to paint it like gray and bright pink. No, this wouldn't be this job because if she wants neutral colors. But it's fun because it doesn't say specifically like this wall is this color. So you can like paint it in stripes or whatever random colors you want because it just is calculating the percentage of the colors. Yeah, I mean, it makes sense that they choose little kids to like do the interaction thing and get to experience and whatever. It's like, and I've seen video of what happens when they do it. But like, no, I would want to, like, I've waited for how long for this? I am doing it. Okay, we're apparently buying more bright peach. Paint, paint, paint the walls. We gotta be close to getting an upgrade for painting as well, I feel like. Let's look. Perks. Oh, we have a cleaning one. Let's get a better mop. 207 more walls to paint before we get an upgrade. I feel like that's a lot. Yeah, it's like, I understand why it is that way, but like, I don't see why they would think people would not want to experience it themselves versus just watching it. And if it's like a time thing, then build multiple rooms and have it simultaneously, like having multiple Ollivander's workshops and have like 10 of them and like rotate through and just have more people, and you get to go in there like as yourself, or you can go in there with your family and everyone can experience it kind of thing, instead of like just doing, which granted, I don't know if they actually have multiple rooms or whatever, or if it is just like one room or whatever that you have to wait your turn for, because I've never looked into that. But it's like riding it's like riding like Star Tours or anything like at Disneyland. They have like 12 different bays that can fit a whole bunch of groups of people in. So it's not like one bay, one like ship that everyone has to wait for kind of thing. So it's like, I could see their reasoning behind it, but it's also like, really? It's like, yeah, just because I'm an adult doesn't mean I don't want to experience this too. It's like, yeah, aim it towards kids, but I still want to do the thing. It's only one room because they had to try to keep it to scale of the actual. Okay. See, that would be. It's like that would be like just a planning thing on their part. Like, keep it. I understand they want to keep it to actual size and scale and make it look realistic, but build back. Make the front of the shop still look exactly the same and just build deeper, like back further, and have more rooms that like you wouldn't necessarily be able to see from the street. So then it could be happening. Obviously they would have to hire more employees to be able to run multiple quote Ollivanders at the same time. But you would think they would have the space to like build more rooms, even if they were trying to keep it, even with them trying to keep it like realistic and to scale and things like that. But of course there's always like limitations to things like that, and they do the best they can most of the time, but it's still. I keep seeing like I don't know if they're still playing them, but I kept seeing like all the ads on TV for the new Hagrid ride, and I don't know if that was like a one that they put in both like the California Universal and the like Florida one, but I thought it was interesting that they were like advertising that they added one more ride kind of thing. But I do give them credit for like making it be as realistic as they can. They do get points for that. I would just want to be able to like go and do the experience because I would actually buy like whatever wand picked me, I would buy that wand because you can buy the wand, which is cool. Well, they have the room, or they have the room it leads out the front of the shop. So that, okay. So then you wouldn't be able to like, they would have to like redesign it. It would be something that would need to be like probably redone kind of thing to make it be multiple rooms or whatever. Because it's not like they would be able to hide that it was multiple rooms or anything. Like obviously like walking into it you would know that it's multiple rooms because you would have to like, you know, walk back into wherever it was, unless if they had like unless if they did like some like Disneyland Haunted Mansion thing with an elevator to bring people where they need to go kind of thing. So in order to like make it be everyone's exiting like through the front. Okay, it says 99% complete. So where's the one section that's not painted? There's one section that's not painted somewhere. That's annoying. There. Okay. Awesome. Okay, there's still one more room that needs painting, question mark? Is there another room? The job's not 100% complete yet, so there has to be... Oh, we have to paint the hallway. Okay. Paint with faded lemon. Okay. I was like, there's not any more rooms. Didn't even think about the hallway. Let's paint this hallway faded lemon. I feel like this is going to be slightly less bright than the Laughing Strawberry, but this is still going to be kind of a bright color. Which granted, this was like all, like these little mini jobs and stuff were like created like pre-paint update. Because when the game originally released, all it had was like super duper bright colors. Like if you go in here and go to the paints, like all of these 1, 2, 3, 4 rows at the top here were like added later in a later update. These were the colors that the game originally launched with, so they're definitely a lot brighter. The Hagrid ride was being built when you were there. Cool. It's like, that would be cool to I just wanna travel. I wanna go do things. That would be like just talking about going to things would be awesome. Which I'll probably the plan like my family's probably going to go to Disneyland next summer is kind of what a plan looks like at this point. So I'll probably be back to Disneyland soon. Never soon enough. I just want to go there all the time. I would love to go work in the parks. I know like they don't make a lot of money doing it, but I would love to go work in a Disneyland park. Not for like ever and ever and ever, honestly, but like just to have that experience and just be a cast member and be like, yeah, I could go into the park whenever I want. Yeah, totally. That would be super cool. Okay, we did it. Okay, 100%. We're making $6,311.18. Complete. Okay. You know, I'm kind of getting hungry for dinner. So I think we're going to go ahead and wrap things up here. If you're hanging with me, I would appreciate if you hang out with me just a couple extra more minutes here. And we will go on a little raid. But I'm going to go ahead and exit the game. I'm going to see who is live right now. Thank you so much for hanging out, NLA. I super duper appreciate it. Whoa, the screen is really bright in my face. So let me check, see who's live here. Because I have not streamed at this time slot before, so I know there's going to be probably some different people live. Ooh, I know where we're going. Because I have kind of been slightly obsessed with this game, and I don't own it, and she is amazing, but we are going to go raid the wonderful Cora Skating. If you don't know her, you need to know her, because I have been living through her RimWorld playthrough, because I do not currently own the game, and I really want to buy the game, but I'm like can't reasonably just drop that amount of money on a game right now when I already spent money on games during like the Steam Summer Sale and stuff. And they're all dead. Are my did my squirrels die too? I know I bought a lot of squirrels for her too. So we're gonna raid Cora Skating. She is a wonderful human being if you do not know her. And she's playing RimWorld, and she has an awesome toolkit enabled, so you can do things by like interacting with the game and do ridiculous things like buying her a whole bunch of squirrels. So if you have Corey's emotes, you want to do a hi when you get over there, you can do that. Or you don't have emotes, or whatever kind of hello, hi, wave emote you would like to use. If you're up for saying hi when we get over there. But I'm going to switch to this. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I will most likely be back tomorrow. If you want to know updates and things like that. Socials, I always tweet when I'm going live, so that would be the best place to look for that. And I will see you all later. Thank you so much for chilling. See you super duper soon. Goodbye. Goodbye, 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 goodbye.
Sometimes, Unicorn Jam. We used, when we had a poison ship down here, I sent our squirrels to go in there and not fight them, but, like, distract them, which was really helpful, but the animals help a little bit. Tap Girl, thank you so much for the raid. How was your stream? What's up, Tap Girl? Golly gee, Ashley. Oh my god. The squirrels had to die. It was necessary. Okay, let's make this a medical bed. Are you gonna? No, you're gonna. Okay, hold on. Let me forbid these doors really quick. Thank you, Dan, for doing that shout out for Tap Girl playing House Flipper. I hope you had fun. Yeah, I need to. Our Thrumbo is still relatively new, but she is trained, so I need to use her more often in our raids, because we're paying a lot to keep her around in terms of food. And Banana, I'm gonna have you get no medicine. I really need to go ahead and, no, wait, don't. You need to tend to him. I need to set up little like triage areas out here, like little mini hospitals, where I can take people if I don't have time to get all the way back. Built a house and did some side jobs. Nice. Hi, Blackwing. How's it going? Yeah, we've lost some squirrels. Our colony, let's see, in game, 187 days since our arrival, and we've been playing this for like a week or two, maybe? IRL time. Honestly, I just need to make time for it, Chrysanthemum. Thank you for the squirrels. And his Banana is doing better.